Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Waco ISD Stadium for another exciting night of Texas high school football. Tonight is the annual Hall of Fame game between the Waco Lions and the University Trojans. I'm Lark Smith, along with the coach, Butch Henry. And, Coach, this year we're going to be joined by a couple of young ladies on the sidelines.
Beautiful young ladies.
There you go. We've got Reagan, who's going to be taking care of the university games, and we got Haley, who's going to be taking care of the Waco High games. Haley, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I go to Waco High School. I'm a senior, and I'm senior class president. I'm a part of the Waco Youth Council, and I do anything that I can to help Waco High.
Very good. Now, it's your turn. Tell us about yourself.
Hi, I am Reagan Thomas. I go to university. I am student council president. I'm a senior at university. I play varsity golf, and I'm highly involved in my church, and I'm an avid ambassador.
Coach, I think we're in trouble. They're pretty good.
We're in trouble.
Tonight, we start off with Waco High versus University because we had the UIL realignment. They put them both in 19 districts.
Yes, they did. And you know what? It's ironic that both these coaches grew up and went to the schools that they're representing tonight. First-year head coach Kwame Cavill and, of course, Rodney Smith University. One thing I'll say, after tonight's game, one of these guys will get their first varsity win as a head football coach. You know that? That's going to happen. And you know what? I'm like you. I'm excited. It's Hall of Fame night. It's the first night of Friday night football. You got the bands. You got the packed house. I'm excited. I'm ready to tee it up.
All right, well, let's just tee it up and let's get things going here, right here on Waco ISD TV. Here now with the guy who's put his name on this event, Derrick Johnson. Derrick, number one, thanks for doing this. Number two, why?
Well, you know what? I want to give back to Waco. This is a city that's near and dear to my heart. I was raised here and homeborn, homegrown. It's an opportunity to give back to high school football, something that that I'm very familiar with, and Waco High School is a big part of this.
Well, it's a place that also kind of gave you the catapult into what you're doing now.
Exactly. Man, I always tell them that I have that Waco High pride. You know, coming from Waco, being a Waco High Lion means a lot to me. That took me to University of Texas. After that, went to the Kansas City Chiefs, and now at the Oakland Raiders. So Waco is still near and dear to my heart, and every chance I come back, have a chance to come back, it's an honor.
Plus, you're a member of this Hall of Fame. What can you tell these new inductees about being a member of this hall?
Well, it's a special circle. It's a special small group. Just because when you get inducted into the Central Texas Hall of Fame, it's just a recognition, a small token of saying, hey, we appreciated what you did here in the city of Waco, and it's a pretty cool honor, man. It's a pretty cool honor, man. I want to congratulate the inductees tonight.
Thank you very much for being with us, and once again, thanks for sponsoring this deal.
Thank you.
University Trojans have made their way onto the field. The Waco Lions just about to gather at the north end zone to make their way onto the field under the direction of their new head coach, Kwame Cavill. Coach, you got to see Kwame play here a little bit. Will that give us any indication as to what type of offense he may run?
I don't think so. He was pretty hush-hush. I visited with him quite a bit Wednesday about what they're going to keep it pretty basic tonight, so we'll see. But he wants to instill that pride back in Waco High, like they had when he played, and Ted Long and all those guys, you know. And he said, what we're going to have to do, we got to get players to come here instead of going to the outlying areas, basically. And, you know, it's hard to me. It's University wearing white tonight. We don't see that very often, do we?
No, we don't. They are on the visitor side of the field, and Waco High, the home team tonight for this Hall of Fame game. One thing, Kwame Cavill may need name tags on his players. He hasn't been there long enough to know everybody's name, has he?
I think he's had the team, been with the team 18 days, I think is what he said. And he had to put tape on the helmets and put their names on there, you know, and he lost a lot of his staff, too. I think 4 of them left, so he had to bring in new staff. One of them's Tevin Reese, the young man that played for Baylor, receiver. And he brought him in. Another one is Robert Glenn, who was a quarterback when Kwame played. So he's trying to bring some folks back that, you know, maybe played at Waco High back in the old days. Reggie Lewis is coming back. And so it'll be interesting to see. And I talked to Robert Glenn. His son, Galen, is a quarterback at Conley. And he said the only thing bad about it, I won't get to see him play except on our open day.
He also brought in the defensive coordinator, Jeremy Mitchell, who he's coached with not only here at Waco High, but also down in Temple and also Manor. Kwame's had a pretty nice pro football career. He kind of bounced around a little bit before he finally settled in the CFL for a little while, and then decided to go back to Texas and get his degree in education. That's when he started coaching. He coached a little bit at some of the private schools in the Austin area, then went over to Manor for a little while, and then as I believe his last stop was at Temple, was it not?
I think he might have been at LBJ after Temple, but he was at Temple. He said he came back home and his mom said, "You need to get a trade." So he went in some kind of deal at Texas. He went and talked to Mac Brown, and he could go and finish his degree and still not have to pay for it, okay? However that works.
Well, it worked out well for him, and he's real happy to be at Waco High now. Rodney Smith on the opposite sideline looking for his first win as the head coach, the head football coach of the University Trojans. He spent several years as the head basketball coach and had quite a lot of success with the basketball program at University, and now he's trying to get things straightened out with the football team. The Waco High Junior ROTC has presented the colors at midfield, and we're going to get the national anthem from, it looks like, the Waco High School choir as the two teams are getting ready for the contest here. These teams are in different districts. That's the reason why we're having to play this early in the season and the season opener, not only in different districts, but both are in 9-team districts, Coach. And that just leaves them 2 games to get prepared for district.
2 non-district games. And ironically, Kwame and Rodney never played against each other in football. They never played. University of Waco High never played back then. They did basketball, but Kwame said he's excited about this game, but he doesn't like playing his good friend.
Here's the national anthem from the Waco High Choir.
Now, if you will remain standing, you will have the playing of Texas Art Texas. And we'd like to ask that you remain standing as we remove the colors.
Standing tradition here at Waco ISD Stadium to follow the national anthem with Texas Our Texas as the captains start to gather on the sideline, getting ready to meet at midfield with our officials. Coach, you have our officials for tonight's contest?
I sure do. They're from the Waco chapter. You see coming across in the white hat, that's Brad Strickland. He's a referee. Derrick McGowan is the umpire. Jamie Minshew is the lineman. The line judge is Eric Reinhardt. And the back judge is Rodney Sims. I see Kwame Cavill going out. And he and Rodney both. Yeah, that's pretty
good.
cool.
Two head coaches are going to go out to do the initial coin toss of this season.
I guess they have their sons with them, evidently.
That's what I'm going to guess.
There's Derrick Johnson.
Okay, guys, ready for another good season. Thank you, coaches here. Derrick Johnson, in your honor, we're going to let you flip the coin. Okay, University has won the toss and is elected to defer. Waco High will receive.
So, at least University won the coin toss.
Yes, they did. They did.
This time, we will have a word from Derrick Johnson at the coin flip.
Hey, how y'all doing?
It's Derrick Johnson who's the sponsor of this classic.
Yes, he is.
It's so great to be back in my hometown. It's no better feeling than playing on a Friday night, being a high school player. I want to officially welcome you to the 2018 Hall of Fame Kickoff Classic. Thank you. Let's get it.
Short and sweet.
I like it.
Kind of like it. Well, he tackles.
Yes, he did. He was a good one.
Absolutely, still is. And now with the Oakland Raiders, we'll hear more from Derrick later in the broadcast, along with the 4 new inductees into the Waco Athletic Hall of Fame.
All right, fans. Are you ready for some football tonight?
Can you hear George on?
I can hear George real good.
I hear him real good.
I'd like to know if we have any.
One thing we don't have
University
is any starters yet, because both of these coaches, this is kind of a little.
They're playing the Nick Saban role on us.
I can understand from Kwame's point of view, as you said, maybe 18 days of the players. He still doesn't know all their names, so we'll find out who his starters are by the time they hit the field. Rodney was kind of keeping things close to the vest as to who his starters will be. Again, I will say it appears he's got a few more bodies on that far sideline than I've seen on the football squad at University the last couple of years.
Waco High has a lot of folks down there. They really do.
We will start this game under a partly cloudy sky. After an afternoon high of about 99 degrees, it's cooled down to 95 at game time. So still a little bit on the warm side, but we are still in August. This game is being recorded for replay on Waco ISD TV on August the 31st, a Friday night, the first football Friday of the 2018 season in the state of Texas.
And we get a first chance to look at maybe the new kickoff rule. If you fair catch it inside the 25, you get it at the 25. So if you fair catch it at the 5, you get the 25.
That's a new one on me.
Yeah, that's a new rule this year. That's a brand new rule.
One of those safety things, I suspect.
Yeah, exactly. One day they won't have a kickoff in the near future.
You're probably right there, Coach.
And to me, that's one of the most exciting parts of the game.
Absolutely. Here's the approach, and we are underway. It's going to come down and go into the end zone. A good kickoff there by University's Rolando Galvan. So he kicks it in and out of the end zone, and Waco High will take over at their own 20. They hadn't changed that rule, have they, Coach? Or is it 25?
I think it's 25.
Okay.
First and down for the Lions.
And we'll fix to see who the quarterback's going to be. I imagine it'll be Dwayne Howard, but I don't know that for a fact. He wears number 6, but he may not be the man.
Well, we know it's not Jalen Harris for the first time in about 3 years. Looks like it's going to be number 19, Jordan Fuller.
It sure does.
Going to be calling the signals for Waco High on this first play. 2 wide outs to the left, and he hands it off to the only running back in the backfield with him, and Sammy Johnson is immediately hit, and his forward progress stopped for a loss of 5 yards on the play, Coach.
Well, that's a nice tackle by Robert Garcia. He met him at the pass, so to speak, and he didn't gain any yardage.
Sammy Johnson, the junior, starting at that running back spot. The wide out at the bottom of your screen is Jaquan Wells, a junior wide receiver. Number 4 in the slot is Nakabian McCoy. As Fuller comes up to the line of scrimmage, facing a 2nd and 15. Once again, the handoff goes to Johnson, and Johnson is smothered. That
Johnson on the carry.
University defense showing very well here early on, Coach.
Yeah, they certainly are. And
Brings up 3rd down.
I tell you what, I know Kwame doesn't want to throw the football unless he has to, but he may, in this situation, he may have to.
But 3rd and 17 for Waco High as this drive started at the 25 and has done nothing but gone backward. University with 3 down linemen looking for the pass. Fuller takes a low snap, pump fakes, now throws, and it's going to be picked off. Taking it the other way for University is Amari Gibson. Gibson gets it inside the 20, a flag thrown about the time he hits the ground, and the University defense is celebrating a big play.
Flag on the play.
What a nice interception that was by Amari Gibson, one of their better athletes, and we'll see what Brad Strickland tells us about the flag. Might be blocking below the waist, I don't know.
That'll bring the University offense on the field for the first
On the
time.
return, blocking below the waist. 34, University. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
So that'll bring the ball back 15 yards, and they'll have to start at the 35-yard line or in that vicinity. Actually, it's going to be the 33 after the 15-yard penalty marked off against University.
Guess who's on the coaching staff now at University? A young man named Randy Price. You remember?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he's on the coaching staff.
Former quarterback.
He's going to be the man you said.
Emilio Arechica is the quarterback. As Joseph Azua in the backfield, hands it off to Stroop. And Stroop gets about 3 yards up to the 30. We expected to see Jeremiah Stroop to carry the football a lot this year.
Yeah, he is their bell cow, so to speak. He's a good player. He really is. And they say he's stronger and faster than he was last year.
Picked up 3 on that play to bring up a 2nd down and 7. Corey Sandoff on the far side along with Felix Resendez as the wide receivers to the right. Pass is complete to Sandoff. Or excuse me, that's Felix Resendez. And Resendez has it close to the 1st down yardage.
Number 47, Carroll.
I believe University came out of the chute ready to go, didn't they? They get that
Certainly did.
interception, that pumped them up.
Got it down to the 23 and picked up the 1st down. A gain of 7 on the play. University looking to get the first points of the season. Arechica checks the sideline, now hands it off to Stroop, who tries to get around the edge. Cut off there for the moment, but able to get it up to the 20-yard line, and another 3-yard pickup for Jeremiah Stroop.
And the man kind of messed that up before it got started was Naquavian Mathis from Waco High.
2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down and 7. From the 20 where they would have had it not been for the penalty.
Yep. Keep your eye on number 5 from Waco High, Corey Ebron. He is a good one.
Certainly is. University sends a tight end to the right of the formation. 2 running backs in the backfield. Obi Cooper joins Stroop in the backfield. They hand it off to Stroop. He finds a cutback lane and goes straight up the middle inside the 10 down to about the 9.
Number 1, Stroop on a carry.
Picks up another 1st down on the way.
Right now, University High is mixing up their plays and running a couple of trap plays in there and moving the football there on the lip of the cup now.
1st and goal from the 10 after that 10-yard pickup for Jeremiah Stroop. Arechica waits for the snap. Now he's going to change the play. Hands it off to Cooper, and Cooper with a spin move will stay on his feet, continue to fight his way for yardage and get inside the 5 down to about the 2.
I tell you, I'm pretty impressed, those 2 running backs, Stroop and Cooper. I really am. They run hard.
They will mark it at the 2-yard line, so it's a gain of 8 on the play. Bring up a 2nd and goal from 2 yards out. University trying to take advantage of what the defense handed them, which was outstanding field position. Offensive line is doing its job making holes for those running backs. A handoff goes to Stroop, and he's going to carry a man into the end zone for the touchdown.
Number 1, Jeremiah Stroop. Touchdown, Trojans.
I think the offensive line for University is much improved just based on that possession.
6 plays to go 33 yards for University to get on the scoreboard first. And Coach Swinton was the last time we said University has scored on their first possession of a ball game, much less of the year.
Another new rule this year, after a score, you have 40 seconds to either kick extra point or go for 2.
Kick on the way, and it is good off the toe of Rolando Galvan. We've got 7 minutes and 34 seconds to go in our first quarter, and University has the early lead at 7-0 after going 33 yards in 6 plays and taking 3 minutes and 2 seconds off of the first quarter clock.
There's another look at Jeremiah Stroop going in for the 6 points. And also on this coaching staff, he was here last year, Jared Salubi, former Waco High standout who played at Baylor, and of course Maurier Crane, who was a standout at University back in the day. But there's 6 coaches on the Waco High staff that have played at Waco High one time or another. So,
and several that stayed over from Marty Herbst's staff. Sol Ross is still here. So is Ricky Torres and Andrew Hurtado. Several of those that stayed over from the Marty Herbst era of Waco Lion football.
I know Tyler Miller, Big Tyler went to Conley. Shane Avance went to Midway. Somebody else.
Ryan Graves.
Ryan Graves went to Temple.
Temple?
Yeah.
He just basically traded places with Kwame, huh? Well, University's offense and defense has shined in the early part of this one.
Folks, you don't need to have a program to find out which one the kicker is. Just look at the shoes.
He's got one orange and one green, looks like. Or maybe that one that looks green, maybe he's just got that one wrapped. I'm not sure. Back deep for Waco High. Kavian McCoy along with Jawayne Howard. Low liner coming to McCoy at the 9, up to the 15. He picks up some blocks in the middle of the field, gets through the wedge, and gets it across the 35 up to about the 39, but a flag is thrown somewhere along the way. So most likely, well, they're going to throw that all the way back around the 28-yard line is where they saw the penalty.
Block in the back, I assume.
That's where you see the majority of the penalties nowadays. It's on kickoffs.
Yep. Or punt returns. You see a lot of them on punt returns.
Yes, you do. I was watching the A&M game last
On
night.
the return, block in the back, 50 of the receiving team.
Scored their initial
10-yard
touchdown.
penalty.
They kicked off.
First down.
And there was targeting called on that return.
I saw that.
But no official threw a flag,
Yeah,
and they were already up the line of scrimmage. Can the booth now call penalties,
Evidently
especially
they
on
can.
targeting?
Evidently, I don't know.
I was a little confused.
Yep.
Waco High has the ball for the second time. They'll have it at their own 17-yard line. They have not had great field position. They started at the 25 the first time. Jordan Fuller with the handoff. Gets it off to Johnson. Junior Sammy Johnson gets it across the 20 up to the 21-yard line. A gain of 4 for Sammy Johnson.
I really thought we'd see Randy Carpenter in that backfield. I remember him from last year. He's a good running back. He's a senior, but evidently Mr. Johnson must have beaten him out.
At least so far. They send McCoy to the opposite side of the field. He's on the left of the formation. Fuller with able to handle the bad snap, trying to make something out of nothing, and does an outstanding job of getting it up to the 26-yard line for a gain of 5. That's a good bit of improvisation by the quarterback.
It is. That brings up a third and short situation. Waco High really needs to pick up his first down to kind of slow down that freight train from University.
Jordan Fuller, kind of an all-around athlete. He not only plays football, I saw him on the basketball team and the baseball team.
Yep.
So 3rd down and 1. Hand off to Johnson. He has his helmet knocked off as he tries to spin for extra yardage.
21, Johnson, again on the carry.
It's going to be a left foot, right foot thing, whether or not he's got the first down.
Now we'll see Randy Carpenter come in because Johnson has to come out because he lost his helmet. Sit out of play.
That is a first down for the Trojans.
Well, they say he got the first down on the play. So move it up to the 27-yard line.
Both teams are running pretty basic offenses right now.
Certainly. So it's 1st and 10 from the 27. Got some hitting going on out there, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Hands off to Randy Carpenter. Carpenter gets maybe a yard out of it to the 28.
Carpenter. Hit on the fence, number 17, Mason.
Look how he was finally brought down that time by Delvin Mason.
Carpenter, a senior, as you said, he was part of that backfield with Terrence Hamilton last year that really gained a lot of ground for the Lions. Hamilton's now out at UT Permian Basin out in
a lot of them guys go out there. That's pretty new program.
It is. Carpenter goes to the right side of Fuller now, or to the left side of Fuller. Another low snap. Fuller handles it, looking in the near side, and it's caught. Nice job of getting loose by Jaquan Wells there to take it all the way down to the University 38-yard line.
Don't you look at this. This is one heck of a catch right there. He had to stretch out for all he's worth. Made a beautiful, beautiful catch that gives Waco High maybe a little bit of momentum right now.
34-yard gain on the play, biggest of the night for either squad. Puts Waco High and University's into the field for the first time. Fuller gives the handoff to Carpenter. Carpenter splits the defense, stays on his feet inside the 10 and dropped it about the 4.
Randy Carpenter. All the way
That's the type of running we expected to see from Carpenter this year, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, if we see that, Johnson may have a hard time getting back on the field if Carpenter keeps running like that.
All the way down to the 4. That's a 34-yard pickup. 2 34-yard pickups in a row for Waco High has them knocking on the doorstep, trying to answer back the University score. It's 7-0 as we got 5:12 left to go in the first quarter. Fuller takes the snap, hand off to Fuller. Fuller goes, to Carpenter. Carpenter goes up the middle, but only gets about a yard this time.
Carpenter on the carry and on the fence, number 84.
I tell you, I'm pretty impressed with this Fuller youngster at quarterback. He seems to have pretty much control that offense. And I'll tell you what, we saw Carpenter last year. He can pick them up and lay them down when he gets in the open.
Yeah, he could give Terrence Hamilton a pretty good foot race. 2nd and goal. They bring McCoy into the backfield along with Carpenter. Send a man in motion. Fuller gives it off to Carpenter. Carpenter trying to sweep around the left side, ducks his head and gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Touchdown Lions.
So the Lions on the board, and you know this game's already closer than most of them have been, isn't it?
Certainly is. 83 yards in 8 plays. As Waco High's offense gets it in gear. And now an extra point away from tying it all up.
I bet that's Chris Escuedo. Is that him kicking or not?
Fuller with the hold.
I remember him from last year, and you'll see on this kickoff, if they do the regular kickoff, he can't kick it out of the end zone. If he does, they got about 8 different kickoffs, I think, nowadays.
So Escuedo puts up the extra point to make it 7-7 with 4 minutes and 29 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
The class of 2017 Hall of Fame.
So Darryl Balcom said he's officiating basketball now.
That he is.
I remember he and Ozell Hall, both from University, played at Baylor. When's the last? Is that the last Baylor Waco players that's played at Baylor? I'm trying to think of some more.
I can't think of any. It's been a while.
We also like to recognize the class.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Paul Dixon.
Waco High had the ball for 3 minutes and 5 seconds
Jay Johnson.
to go the 83 yards in 8 plays and tie this all up at 7 apiece.
1996. Charles Sillman, Waco High, 2009.
Chris Escuedo will now kick it from your left to your right. No breeze to speak of here at Waco ISD Stadium.
Is this the last day of summer?
No, that doesn't come till sometime middle of September, like September 21st. But everybody seems to think it is because it's Labor Day and people are back in school. So
Dove hunting.
Yeah, summer vacation's over.
Oh, Chris didn't like the way the ball looked. Yeah, now it's okay.
Back deep for University is Felix Resendez, along with Corey Sandoff. comes the standoff at the 2. Looking for a cutback lane, has it. Gets across the 25 up to about the 28. University's offense has the ball for the second time this year. This time they've got a little bit more to cover, as their first touchdown drive only needed to go 33 yards after the turnover.
But they did run the ball pretty consistently with that first drive. They really did. I was impressed with that line opening up those big holes. Pretty good sized folks up there. They don't list their weights on here, but they got some guys up there around that 240, 250, I would imagine.
Estevan Trejo is the center. He's a senior, anchoring that offensive line. Falling on the football is the quarterback, Herachika. Apparently couldn't get the snap back very well, so they'll lose it back to the 23.
Well, we see that 2 or 3 times a game. That's just the way it is, you know. That's the only thing that worries me about that formation.
Well, gotta figure that's going to happen once or twice in that shotgun. Quick pass out in the flat. It's complete to Felix, but he's not able to get any yards out of it as he slips and falls before he can go anywhere.
Those teams, like I said, are saying very, very basic with their offense. You see once a good, nice tackle that time by Tahima Isabel.
Completed pass, good for no gain to Resendez. Brings up a 3rd down and 15. Normally a passing down. Chica checks the sideline for a play change, but they don't change it. He heaves it up the middle, and there's nobody there. Closest receiver to it was Maurice Robinson. He couldn't quite get there in time.
4th down.
No, that ball wasn't even close to receivers. You get a good look at some of the Scarlet Line tonight, Waco High. Their bands here, and across the way you see the University Fighting Trojan bands. I guess you still call on this team the U-Dogs. I can't if I want to, I guess.
Randy Carpenter, the deepest of the 2.
I tell you, we got our chief meteorologist. Is it going to rain?
No. High knuckleball that hits at the 50 and takes a University roll all the way down to the 40-yard line. Or it will be brought to a halt by Sebastian Evans.
Jesus Nunez that time had a heck of a hang time on that ball. He really did. Not a lot of distance, but a lot of hang time, and did get a good roll.
So University just had it for 1 minute and 30 seconds on that particular drive that went 3 downs and punt. So Waco gets their first best field position of the night at their own 40-yard line. Their previous possession, previous 2, they started at the 25 and the 17. Looking to take the lead for the first time. They'll change the play. Like the head coach himself is signaling in the play. Fuller hands it off to Carpenter, who gets by one would-be tackler in the backfield. Looking for a block on the corner, was able to get it inside the 45-yard line, and now Carpenter a little slow getting up.
Yeah, he is. You see Jerry Williams from University, the trainer. He was the first guy out there to check on him. Well, that was hope it's not a knee.
These training staffs do help out each other whenever things happen on the closest sideline. They want to make sure that they get to those youngsters as fast as they can to make sure that no additional damage is done. Now Kwame Cavill gonna go over and check on his player.
Kwame Cavill said they had a scrimmage at Paul Tyson, just amongst themselves. He made them walk like he used to do when he played from their field house to Paul Tyson.
Yeah.
Nobody could say one word. All you could hear was the cleats. He said, I'm trying to get that tradition back. I said, you're not going to walk out to WISD Stadium. He said, no. Have to leave on Wednesday.
Now there is some plans in the works to redesign that area where Paul Tyson
Yes,
Field
there is.
is.
Charles Mitchell, Waco High,
But it will include a football field.
White Johnson, Waco
And
High,
maybe Lake Air Little League.
And Lake Air Little League. And I hope
University High,
that new football
1997.
field will still be named Paul
I
Tyson
do.
Field.
I do too. Carpenter came off the field under his own power. That's good.
That's always good. 2nd down and 4 from the 46. Once again, Waco changing the play. Fuller joined in the backfield once again by number 21, Sebastian Evans now. Pass in the flat. It is complete to
Pass is caught
Acabian
by
McCoy.
number 4, McCoy. In on the fence, number 4, Gibson. For the
Let's
Trojans.
look at McCoy just ran out of room. He didn't have anywhere to go, and that was a nice tackle
Ball
by.
will be spotted at the 47-yard
Help me
line.
out here, Andrew. What's Andrew's last name? Number 4 for University.
Number 4 for University, that would be Amari Gibson.
Okay, my bad.
Okay.
I got it. Okay. Had the wrong roster.
Fuller once again having to make something happen with a snap that's not directly at him, but he's able to get the first down out of it. He gets across the 50-yard line. Fuller has definitely made something when there was nothing there.
Number 19, Fuller, taking the ball across for a
That
first
was
down
that
for
was a
Lions.
nice run. No question about it.
Picked up 4 on the play and a first down. Waco High's offense on the move again. Fuller has a couple of running backs in the backfield with him. Hands it off to Johnson. Sammy Johnson around the left side. Picks up about 9 yards up to the 40.
41. Johnson on the carry around the
That was a
left
very
side.
determined run
Picked
by
up 9 yards,
by
knocked
Johnson
by
that
number
time. And I
50,
tell you, give a little credit
Joseph.
up front. Those linemen are opening up some holes. So both lines are doing a good job so far tonight. Just wonder how the heat will take its toll as we get into this 3rd and 4th quarter.
University defense trying to bend but not break. They did an excellent job on the first Waco High possession and gave their offense the football at their Waco 33-yard line. See if they can't come up with a turnover to stop this drive. Fuller back to pass, rolls to his right for some room. Now a flag is thrown, and Fuller will run it out of bounds at about the 34-yard line, but I think we got a holding penalty bringing this one back, Coach.
I think you're probably correct.
Around the 35-yard line.
Brad Strickland threw the flag. He'll tell us all about it.
Holding. 78 of the offense. 10 yards from the previous spot. 2nd down.
That'll move it back to midfield. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
That plays on Jordan Banda. He's a senior and one of the captains for the night's game. So very uncharacteristic for old Jordan.
On this opening night, there's also a pretty big ball game going on across town between Euless Trinity and Midway.
I'm glad that those announcers having to say those names instead of me.
Those Tongan names.
Yeah.
7-2 Midway in the first quarter. Sounds like a baseball score.
Yeah.
There goes Johnson. He loses his helmet. He loses his helmet again. We need to get him a better fitting helmet, Coach.
Yeah, I think that helmet's kind of like these headsets I got on. Doesn't fit too good.
Johnson on the carry.
Don't need any extracurricular activities, guys. You don't need that. Just play football.
Offense number
Yeah,
25,
Rodney Smith
Lee.
out there to calm them down.
Neither one of these teams have what you call a lot of depth. You cannot afford someone to get ejected.
No. Mark the ball at the 47-yard line. So that was a 3-yard pickup for Johnson. Brings up 3rd and 8. Passing down for Waco High. Fuller is 2 for 3 with 1 interception. Looks in the flat. It's complete. A nice job on defense.
Pass is caught by number 9.
Pass was complete to Jaquan Wells, but somebody from University was right in the middle of that, Coach.
I think that guy happened to be Desmond Watson, who's is one good football player.
So Wells does make the reception, but he's going to lose yardage all the way back to the Waco 47-yard line. That's a loss of 6 on the pass play. Brings up 4th and 14. And a punting situation for Chris Escada. There's 32 seconds left of the first quarter. Between quarters, we'll meet with a couple of the new inductees to the Waco Athletic Hall of Fame.
I think former inductees. I saw Pat Nunley here tonight. What does he do?
We'll find out at halftime. The skater gets it up in the air. Nice coverage. And going to be killed at about the 10-yard line. That's a good job of getting down there on the punt team by Waco High's 95, and I don't have a 95 on my roster, Coach.
Neither do I.
Lynn Elliott, Waco High, 1987.
Pat Nunley is going to be presenting the plaque to Darryl Balkum. That's the reason why Pat's here.
Oh, okay.
Richfield High, 1979. And Sean Bedlock Tokum.
We got 20 seconds left. Waco High kept the ball for 2 minutes and 39 seconds on that particular drive. University has the ball first and 10 at their own 10-yard line with, like I said, 20 seconds left to this first quarter, and we're all tied up at 7 apiece. Obi Cooper, the running back in the backfield. Send Michael Lambert in motion. Lambert takes the handoff on the jet sweep and gets about 5 yards out to the 15-yard line. But there's a flag on the play. Called by the official on the near sideline. Brad Strickland will tell us.
Got illegal motion, offense, number 15, 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
That was a ball carrier, wasn't he, Lambert?
Yeah, but apparently he did something illegal.
I anticipated several penalties tonight because it's the first game.
Well, that takes it back to the 5-yard line where it's first down and 15, but for a first quarter, I think we've been relatively penalty-free compared to the game we saw here last night between Axtell and Dawson.
Remember, it is the officials' first game also. I would assume. I mean, first one.
That's the end of the first quarter.
They let the quarter run out. So we have completed the first quarter here.
We direct your attention
and
to the video board.
The University Trojans struck once, and so did the Waco Lions as we go all tied up at 7 apiece. Between quarters, we're going to have a special presentation of a couple of former Hall of Fame inductees. They are on the field here and being introduced by George Snookhouse. That's Alfred Anderson there in the middle of the field.
Pretty good hand, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Richfield High, the Hall of Fame class of 2001, Mr. Bubba Hicks, Richfield High football.
I played a lot of baseball with Bubba back in the day.
There's old Maggie Davis today.
Hall of Fame class, Miss Maggie Stinnett, Richfield High basketball.
Of course, there's a man right there, the classic name
Hall
after.
of Fame classic, Mr. Derrick Johnson, Waco High football. And from the Hall of Fame class of 2016, Mr. Ricky Perez, University High soccer. Ladies and gentlemen, your former Waco ISD Hall of Fame inductees.
Ricky's still coaching soccer at University High School.
Been there a while, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. One of the primary reasons why they won a state championship several years ago.
I'll never forget, you remember this too, that Alfred Anderson played quarterback at Richfield till he was a senior. And Grant Taft told him, you might move to running back. I think your future's better there. It was.
Yeah,
and they had some guy named, did Fisher play quarterback?
Yeah, Fisher was the quarterback.
Alfred went on, had a good career at Baylor, and of course had a good career at Minnesota. Real good career.
Yes, he did. Now he's up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
And came back and got his degree 15 years later. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, talked to him a little bit earlier today. He's somewhere in his 50s now. It's hard to believe.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, here we go with the second quarter. Handoff up the middle. Aaron Chica gives it off to Stroop, but not a whole lot of running room there for Stroop, and he'll get no gain on the play.
I think somehow Waco High could hold them here forcing the punt. They're should get outstanding field position.
So it's second down and 15 from the 5. Aaron Chica, the quarterback. Quick pass out in the flat, in and out of the hands of his would-be target as Michael Lambert unable to hold on to it.
That was a good pass that time. Emilio threw, but it just slipped out of his hand somehow.
Trojans need to find that intensity they had on that first series of downs.
Yep.
Got their backs against the wall here.
You throw it here?
Yes, sir, I do. We'll see if Rodney Smith will. He gives it to Jeremiah, and Jeremiah finds a nice running lane up the middle and gets about 6 yards out of it up to the 11-yard line, gives them some room to punt.
That's a good run by Jeremiah Stroop just to make the yardage that he did that time. Very determined run. You take another look at it. There he goes, ducks his head, and he's brought down by a host of Lions.
Got a 7-yard pickup out to the 12. Brings up a punting situation. Randy Carpenter's going to go deep for Waco High. Back to punt for University is Jesus Nunez. Able to handle a bad snap, but gets off a wobbly punt that does take a University roll and will stop at the 39-yard line. At least he was able to get it out of there.
Yeah, he was. Nunez didn't know what to do. He picked that rascal up and kicked it quick. He didn't want to get a safety, I don't get.
A minute and 49 seconds is what University kept it on that drive. Waco High going to start in University territory at the 39-yard line with a chance to take the lead for the first time tonight.
I'm watching Kwame Cavill down on the sideline. He looks like he's calm as a cucumber on the outside. He may not be on the inside.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few butterflies floating around in there.
You never know how your team's going to perform when you're the head coach for the first time, you know.
Jordan Fuller has Carpenter in the backfield along with McCoy, and it's actually Carpenter who will take the direct snap and get up to about the 35-yard line with it for a gain of 4. He recovered from that bum ankle pretty quick, didn't he?
Yes, he did. And you got McCoy, you got Carpenter, you got the Johnson. You know, they got a stable of running backs.
That has kind of been the modus operandi at Waco for the last few years.
You use a lot of big words, you know.
I try my best to. Fuller straight drop back, looks to his left, throws for the end zone and double covered, and now a flag thrown. Ball hit the back of University's Amari Gibson.
You make the call. Yeah, I'd have to say that might have been interference. It really might have been, but it's only a 15-yard penalty, which is
better than giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, it really is.
You got defensive pass interference. Number 4, 15 from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
That'll take it down to the 20-yard line, and the first down on the penalty. So Waco High in good position to take the lead here. Under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Game is tied at 7 apiece. University scored first. Waco High answered back, all that in the first quarter. Fuller takes the high snap, gets it down to Carpenter. Carpenter picks up a block from McCoy and gets it across the 15 down to the 14. 6-yard pickup for Carpenter.
I'm pretty impressed with both defenses this early in the season. I really am. That University is a much improved team from last year, no question about it.
Certainly are. Tight end to the left of the formation. Carpenter has the football again and uses his blocks well to get it inside the 10, down to about the 9-yard line for another 5 yards and a first down and goal.
Big lineman doing a good job up front for Waco High. I see Big Rivera up there, also Salazar. These guys are doing a good job opening up some big holes.
Giving 6 yards to the 8-yard line on that carry. Now he fakes the handoff. Fuller keeps it himself, and he'll go into the end zone for the touchdown. Jordan Fuller from 8 yards out gives Waco High the lead for the first time tonight.
That's a good play. He finally faked it, that running back, and basically went in virtually untouched on the quarterback keeper. Kwame Cavill is pumped up, doing a little dance down there a while ago.
Skata on to add the extra point. Low snap, picked up though by Fuller. Fuller's going to have to do the fire drill with it. Nobody to throw it to, and he's going to end up, well, he gets away, finally throws it, and it's good for the 2 points. Yes, it is. Well, Fuller kept it alive long enough.
That was a weird turn of events, wasn't it?
Certainly was, and Oliver Jones makes the catch in the back of the end zone for the 2-point conversion and gives the Waco High the lead at 15-7 with 9:10 to go in the first half.
I'm surprised there was no lineman downfield or anything, but he did a good job of getting that ball off, and that's what they tell you to do. It's a bad snap, and he did the fire drill to perfection, I guess.
Waco High takes only 4 plays to move 39 yards in a minute and 21 seconds to get on the scoreboard and take the lead for the first time, scoring on the 8-yard touchdown run by quarterback Jordan Fuller.
Tell you what, it's quite an ordeal putting this classic on, so hats off to Johnny Toos and his staff, Jack Stanley and Christine, all the folks, because you know what, you got to coordinate all these Hall of Famers and former Hall of Famers coming in and all the things. You accommodate a big crowd, which they certainly do have a good crowd. Not a packed house, but it's pretty daggum close.
The best crowds we've seen for a Waco University game in some time.
I remember when they opened this stadium several years ago. They were everywhere. They were in the berm and everywhere.
Setting them on the grass.
Yeah.
We had about 12,000 there that night. I think this stadium holds, what, 10-5? Is that?
I think that's about
what it's
right.
listed at?
And when this stadium was built, it's pretty much Taj Mahal. But there's
Absolutely.
a lot of them now.
It was ahead of its time.
Thanks to Jack Moss and Roseanne Stripling.
Yes, sir. Back deep for University is Felix Resendez, along with Corey Sandoff, waiting for the kick from Chris Escada. Found a hole up the middle, stays on his feet, and a nice return by Felix Resendez sets University up at the 36-yard line in their own end of the field.
Yeah, that was a really nice return. He nearly went to the house with that one. Take one more look at it. You'll see me found a little crease there. And let's see who makes the tackle on this thing. There he goes. Good. I believe it might have been 64 came in and made that original hit, and I don't have a 64 on my roster.
Well, even Chris Escada, the kicker, got in on that. He was probably the last line of defense there. Sandoff comes to the near side as a wide out. There, Chica, the quarterback. Check that. That's Archibald in at quarterback number 11.
I knew he'd play tonight. I didn't know when, but I.
Offense, 5-yard penalty. First down.
Took too long to get the play off.
Archibald is a senior on this ball club, so played a little quarterback last year at times.
So that moves it back to the 31 where it's 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Stroop. Gets around a couple of would-be tacklers and finally ridden out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on the play.
DeMarion Lyons is the young man that made the initial hit to knock him out of bounds with a good run by Stroop that time.
Brings up a 2nd and short after that 11-yard pickup by Stroop. Archibald checks the sideline for a change of play, stays with the play, and hands it off to Obi Cooper. Cooper maybe a yard up to the 43-yard line.
What are you going to call Archibald, Taran or Jamar?
Turan.
Okay, sounds good to me. I'm going to call him Archibald.
Sounds good to me, too.
Tiny Archibald, how's that?
Like I heard that name somewhere before. Did he play with that round ball, that
Yeah,
big round ball?
I think so.
Third down. University needs a first down here. Handoff goes to Stroop. Gets a block on the far side, gets around a couple of would-be blockers and takes it up to the 50-yard line for a gain of 7 and a first down.
Right now, University's moving the football thanks to that offensive line, and I'm telling you right now, they're doing a good job. And there's old Jeremiah Stroop, that young man, he's got good speed, but he's got good power also.
8th carry of the night for 43 yards for Jeremiah Stroop. Clock rolling, 7:50 to go. Wide open man, and it's complete. Headed for the end zone is Sandoff, and he's in for the score from 50 yards away.
I got to see that again. That thing didn't look right from the get-go. Maybe it's some kind of surprise play or something, but whatever it was, it worked.
From Archibald to Sandoff, it works for 50 yards, and the opportunity for University to tie this one up, but they need a 2-point conversion to do so.
Will they go for 2 here, I would imagine? Little swinging gate action,
And
looks
they'll
like.
start with the swinging gate.
Remember, they only have 40 seconds to whatever they're going to do it.
Gibson doing the snapping to Archibald. Archibald going to try to run it in himself and does. So Archibald gets the 2-point conversion and ties this thing up at 15 apiece with 7 minutes and 37 seconds left to go in the first half.
Boy, what a beautiful pass that was, and what a beautiful catch that was. University, how he got so wide open, but he was 10 yards behind the defender. That's all I know.
That's got the folks on the opposite side of the field pretty jazzed.
Yeah, got him pumped up, and rightfully so. You know, when you've lost 46 games in a row, you've got to be pumped up to be this close to Waco High, your crosstown rival.
Took him just a minute and 33 seconds to go the 64 yards in 4 plays. Last night in Texas high school football, Diamond Hill Jarvis, the team that had the longest losing streak that was still active, won for the first time in 77 games or 78 games. They had lost 77 in a row. That was the longest active losing streak. And as of now, that makes the 46-game losing streak for the Trojans the longest active streak now. But right now, the Trojans doing everything they can to make Quitman the team with the longest losing streak at 40. As you see Archibald go in for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, he was going to throw the football, and he didn't see anybody open. He's out to take it himself.
The Trojans looking for a big win here tonight. See if they can't give their head coach, Rodney Smith, his first football victory at University after years as a successful basketball coach at the school. Carpenter on the return. That's McCoy with the football, who gets it up to the 26-yard line. Well, that touchdown kind of re-energized the fans, didn't it, Coach?
Yeah, they're really fired up across the way, and rightfully so. There's another look at McCoy right there on the kickoff return. Had a nice kickoff return, got a decent field position anyway.
The all-time longest losing streak in Texas football history was an 80-game losing streak by Jefferson Davis High School in Houston. I think, in the 80s to 90s, somewhere in that area.
We got a penalty, I guess.
We got offsides, kicking team.
Oh, no.
We're going to add 5 from the end of the run.
Okay,
First down.
5 yards goes against University. Waco High will take it over at the 31. Well, I've been entertained for the first part of this game.
Yeah, it's been a good football game, really has been. A lot of big plays.
Still more to come. Jordan Fuller brings him out from the sideline. He'll send a wide receiver to the far side. That's Jaquan Wells. In the slot is McCoy on the right side. Sends McCoy in motion and hands it off to McCoy on the jet sweep. He tries to turn it back inside. He'll let it get up to the 33-yard line for just a gain of 2.
Had a nice tackle that time by Wavian Mitchell from University High.
He's a big fella.
Yes, he is. Real good size.
2-yard gain for McCoy. I believe that's his first carry of the night. Waco High right now with 16 rushing plays for 83 yards, a grand total of 116 total yards for Waco High to this point in the contest. Miller gives the handoff to Johnson. Johnson finds very little running room, and once again, there goes his helmet. That's the third time tonight now, Coach, that Johnson has had his helmet. And now we got a little bit of extracurricular activity.
We don't need that, see. Rodney Smith's out there. Here comes Kwame trying to settle him down, but
got 2 flags on the play.
I bet it's offsetting, you know, Ben?
That's possible, but well, there was one swing I saw in there, and that might bring an ejection. We'll have to wait and see. Coaches are going to huddle them up and settle them down.
Got 2 unsportsmanlike penalties on the play. Unsportsmanlike, 21, Waco High. Unsportsmanlike, number 4, University. Those penalties offset. 3rd down. Those are both their first unsportsmanlikes of the game.
So no ejections this time, but the next one will bring about ejections.
Yeah.
What it ends up being is no gain on the play for Johnson. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 at the Waco 33. Fuller gives it off to Carpenter straight ahead. Carpenter tries to bounce it to the right side, but his shoestring tackled. Grabbing him by the shoestrings is number 21, Sebastian Evans. And now another flag after the play. Carpenter got 2 out of it. Now let's see the meaning of the flag.
Got a dead ball after the play. Unsportsmanlike, 78 of the offense. 15-yard penalty. 4th down.
So that was a dead ball play, but you also got 15 yards taken away from Waco.
A lot of difference between 3rd and 8 and 3rd and the whole bunch, what they're going to have.
Well, that'll take it back to the 20. The 4th down and 21. I'm not sure Waco High realizes it's 4th down. Kwame Cavill's asking for a timeout.
Yeah, they didn't know it's 4th down.
He wants to get his players to the sideline, get them to kind of refocus and get ready for this last 6 minutes and 23 seconds of the second quarter. We're all tied up at 15 apiece. University took advantage of an interception in the Waco High end of the field on Waco High's first possession to take a quick 7-0 lead. Waco High then answered back, driving 83 yards in 8 plays, scoring on a 3-yard run by Randy Carpenter and tied it up at 7 apiece. That was with 4:29 left in the first quarter. Waco High then took the lead for the first time at the 9:10 mark left in the second quarter, as Jordan Fuller raced in from 8 yards out for his first touchdown as a Waco Lion. A 2-point conversion on a fire drill out of the PAT formation was good to Oliver Jones to give Waco a 15-7 lead, but the University answered right back with a 4-play, 64-yard drive capped off on a 50-yard pass from Archibald to Sandoff, and they got the 2-point conversion on a run in by Archibald. We're all tied up at 15 apiece. Mosqueda on to punt. University with 2 guys deep, 1 short, 1 long. Mosqueda gets off a booming kick, goes through the arms of the receiver, Resendez, and he's going to be dropped back inside the 20-yard line.
University very fortunate that they retain possession of that football.
Yes, sir.
Very fortunate.
So they get it with 6 minutes and 13 seconds to go.
See who the quarterback's going to be this time now, Emilio or Archibald.
That looks like number 11 out there, so we'll see Tyron Archibald calling the plays for University. Has Stroop in the backfield with him. He engineered that last scoring drive. Hands it off to Stroop, but Stroop gets tripped up about the same time he was trying to get a head of steam going, and is dropped at the 15-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 4 on the play.
Never got to turn the corner. He was stopped before he ever got going.
Second down and 14.
Now, is Archibald on the pass yet tonight?
He threw that 50-yarder.
Oh, yeah.
Throws this one in the flat. It's complete to Obi Cooper. Cooper able to get a couple extra yards thanks to the pat drill. He gets it across the 30 up to about the 32.
Good look at Obi Cooper that time. That's another one of those young men from University that's really a good athlete. He plays on both sides of the football.
Picked up 17 yards on the play and a first down out to the 32-yard line. Fake the handoff. And the keeper gets him a 3-yard gain up to the 35-yard line. You'll take 3 yards every play, won't you, Coach?
Yeah. What's 3 times 3?
9.
And then you can say one more and 4th down.
Yeah. First carry of the night for Archibald, I believe, for those 3 yards. Now a whistle, a timeout called by Waco High.
Timeout.
Be their
Waco.
second timeout called
So
with
second
4:40 left to
timeout
go
of the half.
in the second quarter.
I think Jeremy Mitchell wanted to get his troops together and make sure everybody's on the same page.
Stick around with us at halftime as there will be a presentation of the new members of the Hall of Fame. Daryl Bauckham, we mentioned among those, former basketball player at University High School. Also Ted Long, a former quarterback for the Waco Lions back about the time they consolidated schools. And Waco High invaded the Ridgefield High School building.
Ted Long, heck of an athlete, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Good player. I hadn't seen Ted in a long time. In fact, I did some of his games, tell you how old I am.
Yeah, Kevin Emanuel also a part of the class.
Yeah, and he jumped ship and went to Florida State. Remember that?
Yes, sir. And also
Just because Bobby Bowden came to Johnny Toose's house and washed dishes, that doesn't mean anything. But
Dollar let him do that? Second down and 7. Handoff goes to Stroop. He does a nice cutback against the grain to get some good yardage and picks up the first down out to the 46-yard line. That was a nice cutback.
I don't think people realize how good a run that was. Look at Jeremiah Stroop right there. Just a cut back, ran over a couple of people, picked up good yardage for the U-Dogs.
11 yards on the play.
So Archibald's gone pretty much this whole second quarter, hasn't he?
Pretty much. Came in on that last series of downs that started with 9:11 left in the quarter. Both coaching staffs kind of trying to figure it out right now.
Yep.
Handoff goes to Cooper, who loses the football. Waco High looking to corral it and does. Believe on it for Waco High is number 45, Tahimi Israel. And Waco High gets the second turnover of the game, the first that goes their way.
They got plenty of time now to try to get some points on the board before halftime.
Waco gets it with 3 minutes and 52 seconds left to go in the first half.
Like I say, both teams have been basically pretty plain vanilla on offense.
Pretty much. University had it for 2:21. But now Waco High has it at the University 43-yard line. Randy Carpenter with the football. Not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a yard to the 41. Carpenter not starting the game, but has definitely picked up the slack here in the second half.
Yeah, I thought sure he'd be the starter, but he got a lot of competition. Ridge and Johnson back there, and Fuller's doing a good job at quarterback.
He got no gain on the play, according to the officials, so it's second down and 10. Fuller looking to go deep, but now has to pull it down himself and is being rammed out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Guy knocked him out of bounds that time. Did a good job. That was Andrew. That's Andrew.
Yep. Holding penalty going to bring that one back, Coach. Fuller did a good job of overcoming the no gain on first down, but now the holding penalty has put him in a hole. Takes him all the way back to the Waco 48-yard line.
Yeah, that was a huge penalty that time.
It'll be second down. Call it about 15, maybe 20. Coy goes in motion, but the handoff goes to Carpenter. He's dropped in the backfield. Boy, who got that back there in a hurry, Coach?
Yeah, that was Quavian Mitchell, and that he was there awfully quick. He was all district last year, by the way.
Mitchell, yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty unusual for a team that went over, but he's a good player.
So that makes it third down. Ball is at the Waco 44-yard line after that 4-yard loss by McCoy, thanks to Quavian Mitchell. He's just a junior too, Coach.
Yep. Third and a whole bunch.
Scoreboard says third and 24. I'll have to believe him. I can't do that much math. Now Fuller's going to be trapped and brought down. Great job by Delvin Mason to get in there and bring down Fuller.
Now University should come out of this thing good field. You get a good look at Mason right there. That was a nice tackle.
All the way back to the 32-yard line, a loss of 12 on the play for Fuller. And fourth down in a zip code for Waco High. Skata back to punt. And Resendez back to receive.
He's way back to receive.
Yes, sir.
Must have a lot of respect for Squato, the way he kicks the football.
Well, we have picked up a little bit of a breeze going from left to right on your TV screen now here at Waco ISD Stadium, about 10 miles per hour or so. And now a delay of game penalty against Waco High, so 5 yards will be added to that. So
I think that was intentional.
Fourth and 41 now.
I think they want that clock to run down.
Just a minute and a half left to go, minute 33. 15-15 our score. Skata gets it up in the air. Short man going to catch it and lose it. University looking to get on it. And getting back on the football is Jamarian Payton, who had a chance to catch it on the fly but couldn't come up with it, but atones for that mistake by getting on it at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, that's been disastrous for the Trojans. Now we'll see. They have a minute and 23 seconds left. We'll see what they can do. They have, according to the scoreboard, unofficially 3 timeouts remaining, so they can take advantage of that. Use a 2-minute drill, I guess. or the minute 23 drill, whatever you call it.
works, yeah.
Yeah.
They kept the ball for 2 minutes and 29 seconds on that drive. University from the 42. Stroop has the football. Waco High with the strip and maybe the football.
I think you got it.
Coming out with the football. Waco High does have it.
Let's see if we can see who got that football.
Deshaun Fisher.
Yes, sir. I believe he was on the bottom of it.
So University coughs up the ball for the second time in the contest. Fisher comes up with it, gives it to Waco with 1:17 to go. 1st and 10 at the University 45. Now they got to go forward with this possession, Coach, not backward like the last one.
Yeah, they only have one timeout left according to the scoreboard, so I assume Fuller's going to have to air this thing out because the time is certainly not on their side.
Last possession, they started at the University 42 and it ended up at the Waco 32. Carpenter in the backfield with Jordan Fuller. University dropping defensive backs back, and now a whistle, and I believe we're going to get a timeout from University.
Might as well use them. You can't take them with you.
Yeah, University has all 3 of their timeouts. Now they've used one. They got 2 left.
Speaking of that, Robert Glenn, his son, quarterback at Conley, you know who's the hot shot running back at Conley? His last name is Sunday. You remember Sean Sunday?
Yeah.
That's his boy.
I'll be doggone.
Small world.
Certainly is. Meanwhile, over at Panther Stadium across town, it's halftime, and Trinity has a 9-7 lead on Midway.
Midway got big shoes to fill, replacing Mordecai. That's all.
Yes, they do.
But they still have that fullback kid.
He's a good hand. We will see Midway later in the season as Waco High is in that district now.
Yeah, we'll see Midway. We'll see Temple. Of course, there's Belton's in there and Cove and the 3 Killeen schools. In fact, Waco High, after night, they go to Georgetown, they go to Ellison, then they have open dates. They won't be back here for a month, so then they'll host Midway.
That's the next time we will see Waco High on this stadium turf is against the Midway Panthers. Lions have the ball at the University 45-yard line. Handoff goes to Johnson, and there was a flag at the snap on a false start. It'll go back to the 50. Here we're going backward again, Coach.
False start, number 10. 5-yard penalty. First down.
It's 1st and 15 at midfield now.
If you watch Kwame, he's down around the 30-yard line. He stays pretty calm. I guess he's letting his coordinators handle the offense and the defense.
Just being a coaching observer right now, looking for those teachable moments coming up in this week's practice.
Neither Kwame or Rodney ever got to play at this Taj Mahal, did they? They both played at Paul's House.
Yeah, they did. Still 15 on the play clock, so Waco High has some time to get it off.
They better hurry, though.
77 seconds left on the game clock. Pass in the flat to McCoy. A nice job of coming from behind to make the tackle by
you know who it is.
Mitchell.
That Mitchell's all over the field, isn't he?
He certainly is.
That's why he was all district last year. Just a good football player.
So that gain only 2 yards to the 48. That's to the 43, so that would be 7 yards. Now Johnson with the football. Stays on his feet, loses his helmet for the 4th time tonight. And the play is dead just as soon as he loses his helmet, right, Coach?
Yes, but don't you think after about the 3rd or 4th time you might want to check on that or adjust it at halftime?
I think I get the training staff to tape it on.
Yeah.
They got 7 on the last play. Johnson gets it down to the 32-yard line. So that was a gain of 10.
Trying to get it set up close enough for a field goal, which they don't have to be too close for Squator.
33 seconds and counting. Waco High has just 1 timeout left. Fuller rolling left, looked across the middle, and it is complete and it'll go for the 6. Taking it into the end zone for Waco High is Jaquan Wells.
I told you he was trying to get it close enough for a field goal, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
I think that's better than Jaquan Wells, but I tell you what about Fuller? He threw a perfect pass, and Wells made a good little cut there and in for the touchdown.
Number 9, Wells, for 32 yards. Makes it 21-15 in favor of Waco High with just 19 seconds to go. Before halftime, Escada will add the extra point. 22-15 our score with 19 seconds left to go.
There's one more look at the touchdown. Do a strike, and of course the rest is history. You see Wells taking it in for the touchdown. So I would imagine now with 19 seconds left, University's probably just going to run one play and go to the house and try to do some adjusting.
To the primary purpose of the racing movement in the training camp.
Quick drive for Waco High goes 55 yards in 3 plays. Scoring on the touchdown pass at 32 yards from Fuller to Wells. Took them 58 seconds to get on the board. Got a nice battle going on here between the crosstown rivals.
Really, really good football game. One of the more entertaining crosstown rivalry games we've done the last few years.
I'm trying to remember, was University's last win against Waco High?
No, I don't think so. No. I'm trying to think who they beat. It wasn't Waco High, though. They have beaten Waco High one time since this series has been going, I think.
Yes, sir. So here at this field, we were here for that one. I do remember that. I'm just trying to remember what year that was.
It could have been, but I don't think so.
Escada's going to get that one through the end zone and out. The University will take it over at the 25-yard line with 19 seconds to work with.
Don't you think they'll probably just run one play? They don't take a chance of turning it over, I wouldn't think.
That would make sense to me. Go into the locker room and get things ready. Now Waco High will have the ball first to start the second half. Archer Ball will be the quarterback with Stroop in the backfield with him.
So I assume at halftime we'll see both bands performing, the Scarlet Line and the High Toppers, and also Hall of Fame inductions and all this stuff.
And all kinds of activity going on.
Yes, sir.
Handoff goes to Stroop, and he finds some running room up the middle. Takes it up to the 35-yard line. A gain of about 10 on the play for Stroop.
Had to stop the clock because they set the chain. No, it didn't stop. Here they go.
Clock is rolling, and University's going to let that be the final play of our first half. So the Waco High Lions in the seesaw battle goes to the locker room with a touchdown lead over the University Trojans. 22-15 is our halftime score. Stay where you are. When we come back, we'll have our halftime activities here on Waco ISD TV.
Hi, I am Reagan Thomas, and I am interviewing Pat Atkins, the school board president. So tonight's game, what do you think the impact has on the community?
You know, Reagan, it's a great opportunity because you've got two great programs in this community, Waco High and University High, and there's a lot of rivalry there and a crosstown rivalry and a lot of tradition. And then you couple that tonight with it being the first game of the season and the kickoff of the high school football year, and it ought to be really exciting.
What do you think will be the outcome tonight on both sides of the team?
You know, as I said, it's the first game of the year. And so you've got to figure early on both teams are going to be working out a few kinks, and you may see some mistakes. And with Waco High, you've got a brand new coach who's only been on the job a little over a month in Kwame Cavill. But I think with Coach Cavill getting to lead his alma mater and Rodney Smith getting to lead his alma mater with University High. You're going to see some very fired up teams, and it's always a good game when these two match up.
Can you tell me one rule that the school board implements during these games?
You know, it's kind of exciting when we come to the Friday night games because the school board, as much as anything, get to sit back and just be football fans. The staff out here at the athletic department does a great job. They make all the arrangements for the Hall of Fame induction ceremony and all the arrangements just in conjunction with the football game. And so I'll get to see some old friends tonight. I'll get to shake some hands. But my primary role tonight is to sit back and look at some good high school football.
On the Hall of Fame, the topic, how important is it to keep in touch with the future athletes or the old ones?
You know, Waco ISD has a real tradition and legacy of excellence in high school athletics. And taking this time each year to really pause and celebrate some of those athletes who not only had great high school careers, but went on to exemplary college careers and in a lot of instances went on and had great careers in the professional ranks. And to recognize them as some of the best athletes that ever came out of this community is really important. And I think the other students who get to see that tonight know that when they step on the field for Waco High and University High and put on that uniform, they're really part of that legacy and part of that tradition.
Thank you.
The 4 newest members to be inducted into the Waco Public Schools Athletic Hall of Fame. Our first inductee this evening is Mike Tyler, a 1968 graduate of Waco High School. Mike excelled in multiple sports, but it was on the gridiron where he made his mark as a halfback for the Tigers. Mike was equally adept in the classroom, which led to an academic and athletic scholarship from Rice University. Mike, along with 2 others, became the first African Americans to sign football scholarships at Rice. Mike went on to star in the Owls defensive backfield for 3 years, earning all Southwest Conference honors along with his degree. In 2013, Rice honored Mike as a part of the Owls Honor Jersey program, recognizing him as a pioneer in Rice athletics. Former Rice coach David Bailiff had this to say about Tyler. Mike was so proud of Rice and of his accomplishments. And that pride is something that impacted every player on this team. He gave us great insight into what it means to be a Rice Owl. Mike was drafted by the Detroit Lions in 1972, but his bid to reach the NFL was cut short due to injuries. He went on to a successful business career in insurance before his untimely passing in 2014 following a short illness. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in recognizing Waco ISD's newest Hall of Fame inductee, Mr. Mike Tyler. Accepting on Mike's behalf this evening is his widow, Lola Tyler, and joining her are a host of family and friends. And here, on behalf of Waco ISD, to present Mike's Hall of Fame plaque to the Tyler family is WISD Assistant Superintendent Israel Carrera. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyler. Our next inductee this evening is Daryl Bockham. Daryl is a 1979 graduate of University High School. Daryl starred on the hardwood for the Trojans, his senior season leading University to a district championship and into the playoffs. Daryl's talents on the court led to a 2-year stint at McLennan Community College, where he helped guide the Highlanders to a conference championship in 1980 and a berth in the Region 5 Junior College Tournament in both 80 and 81. Daryl then took his talents to Baylor University, where he averaged 10.2 points per game on 55% shooting from the field and blocked 55 shots on the defensive end of the court over his 2-year career for the Bears. After earning his degree from Baylor, Daryl began a successful business career, leading to his current employment with the Texas Workforce Commission as a recruitment and placement specialist. Daryl currently resides in Grand Prairie. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome Waco ISD's newest Hall of Fame inductee, Mr. Daryl Bockham. Darryl is also joined this evening by family and friends, and presenting Darryl's Hall of Fame plaque on behalf of Waco ISD is his former Baylor teammate, Mr. Pat Nunley. Our next inductee this evening is Ted Long. Ted is a 1987 graduate of Waco High School. He began his high school career as a running back at Jefferson Moore High School, where he led the Lions in rushing yardage his junior year. In 1986, the inaugural season for the newly consolidated Waco High, Ted led the Lions to a regular season record of 9-1. Along the way, he was named All-District and Super Syntax for his outstanding performance as the Lions quarterback. After graduation, Ted signed a letter of intent to play north of the Red River for the Oklahoma Sooners and legendary coach Barry Switzer. In his senior year at OU, Ted excelled as a wide receiver and running back in the newly revamped Sooner offensive scheme. Upon leaving OU, Ted spent 4 years competing for a spot on 2 NFL rosters, and in 1995, he signed with the CFL's Birmingham Barracudas. In 1996 and 97, he continued his Canadian football run with the Hamilton Tiger Cats and closed out his CFL career with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Ted currently resides in the Houston area, where he's employed as a high school teacher and coach. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome Waco ISD's newest Hall of Fame inductee, Mr. Ted Long. Ted is joined this evening by his family and friends, and presenting Ted's Hall of Fame plaque on behalf of Waco ISD is Waco High School principal and former Waco High assistant coach, Mr. Ed Love. Your final inductee this evening is Kevin Emanuel. Kevin is a 1998 graduate of Waco High School. He was the 1997 Super Syntax Defensive Player of the Year, along with the honor of being rated the #1 defensive end prospect in the entire state of Texas and the #5 prospect nationally. After his stellar high school career, Kevin signed a national letter of intent with Bobby Bowden and the Florida State Seminoles. After redshirting his freshman year, Kevin earned a starting spot for the 2000 season, and between 2000 and 2003, Kevin played in 48 games for the Seminoles. In 2004, Kevin was picked up by the Seattle Seahawks of the National Football League. Slowed by a knee injury, Kevin played the 2004 season as part of the NFL Europe League in Hamburg, Germany, for the Sea Devils. He later had stops in the NFL with both the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. Kevin is employed with an IT service organization in Irving and currently resides in Little Elm, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome Waco ISD's newest Hall of Fame inductee, Mr. Kevin Emanuel. Kevin is joined this evening by a host of family and friends, and presenting his Hall of Fame plaque on behalf of the Waco Independent School District is former Waco High School defensive ends coach, Tom Price. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in once again congratulating the 2018 inductee class of the Waco ISD Athletic Hall of Fame.
Hi, I'm standing next to Coach Kwame Cavill, our head coach at Waco High Football, and right now we have a few questions for him. So, Coach, how is it that you played for Waco High, you went to UT, you played professionally? What was it like playing for those teams?
It was an awesome experience. I mean, I can't tell you the joy that I felt of being able to play football for that long, because most people don't get to play that long. And to be able to play for Waco High. I mean, I grew up watching Waco High Lions. My dad was the president of the school board, and then being able to actually get a chance to play under Coach Tusa, and then be able to go on and play for two of the greatest coaches in John Mackovic, in Texas football history, John Mackovic, and one of the greatest coaches, if not the greatest coach outside of Derrick Royal, Mac Brown. But being able to play for them and then being able to go professional is just a long journey. And to come full circle, to come back here is a beautiful thing, and I can't be proud, and I'm humbled by the experience.
So you just mentioned full circle. So what is it like coaching back here at your alma mater?
It's beautiful. I mean, it's kind of surreal. I must admit it is surreal, but it's a beautiful thing. And being able to look at some of the individuals and young men and student athletes that gracing the hallways that I once graced, and being able to use my experiences that I've learned along the way and give back to them, and just in a positive light, and just be that beacon of hope, and being able to have experiences that we share, as them being from being from Waco and me being from Waco. So it's a beautiful thing.
So how has gaining experience playing with those teams affected your coaching?
Everything. I mean, everything that I've done, every person that I've been able to encounter in football, as far as the coaches I have and the players, and everybody outside of football that makes football happen, has shaped me to the coach I am. So I take all that, and I'm humbled by it, and I give thanks to the Lord above that I'm able to have this experience, because without him there is no us. So I'm happy, and I'm blessed, truly blessed.
So we know that you work very closely with your players. We know that you've only been working with them for about 15 days.
Right.
So how is the communication built up between you all?
Well, I tell you what, if you teach a man, or you teach a boy or girl or woman, if you give them a fish, then they probably eat for a day. But if you teach them how to fish, then they can eat forever. So the process that we're doing is I'm just trying to teach these young men how to fish so they can eat forever. And whether they take it in 15 days, 2 days, 1 day, 5 days, or the whole year, it's a process, and they respect the process, and all we're doing is just taking it day by day, step by step, and whatever comes with that, we'll see tonight. But I'm proud of them, man. Those guys have been working hard, and they've given up everything, given up all their energy, their mind, body, and soul, and we'll see the results of that tonight.
So what is the best piece of advice that you have given your athletes so far?
Do right, do your best, and show somebody you care. You do those 3 things, man, life seems a lot easier, I'm telling you.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Alex Tandy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the students toward the back of the marching band as we introduce the mighty Trojan Band seniors. As the students make their way to the front of the band, we would like to recognize them for their hard work and dedication. To the Mighty Trojan Band program, and have paved the way for future Mighty Trojan Band members for years to come.
With a couple of the inductees for tonight's Hall of Fame game, with me is Kevin Emanuel and also Miss Tyler, who was married to Mike Tyler, Unfortunately, Mike's unable to be with us, but I'm sure he told you a lot about his football playing days.
Yes, he did. Yes, he was very excited being a representative of the sport back in the day, and he was a tremendous football player, and he played a little bit of baseball, and he ran a little bit of track, so yes.
Well, he played for what we call in this town the old Waco High, one of the Waco Tigers and not a Waco Lion.
Ah, wow, yeah, I heard a little bit about that. So, but he was very, very proud to play for the school, and hopefully he represented it well.
He also went from here to Rice University, I understand?
That is absolutely correct. He was the first African American to sign to play football at Rice University back in the day.
What has it meant to the family to find out that he's been inducted into this Hall of Fame?
We're very, very proud. We're very pleased. We're very honored, and we came out today to say thank you for this honor.
Thank you very much. Kevin?
How you doing?
It's been a while since we've seen you. Last time I saw you were out here on this field, I think you weren't you?
A long time ago.
What's been going on since that time?
Just working in Frisco, but just keeping myself busy. I'm on the sales side now, so doing a similar type of work ethic as I had on the football field, but now just transitioning it over into the sales field. So.
You missing the hitting any?
I am, but now as I get a little bit older, I don't miss it because I'm starting to feel the body aches now, so I don't miss it at this point.
Well, when you left Waco High, you went on to what was Florida State?
Florida State.
Then what happened from there?
I went on to Florida State, and I went on to the Cowboys, and then from that point, once I got released with the Cowboys, I ended up with Seattle for almost 2 years. So.
Your football playing days, what did you enjoy about it most?
I just love, especially this time now, especially if I'm going back to high school or college or even in the NFL, it's just the pregame, all the preparation that you do over the summertime. Now I'm being able to transition that over into the season time, so all the blood, sweat, and tears, you're able to put that in action. So I definitely look forward once you got to that the season time where you're actually working with your teammates and you all are part of the same goal as far as accomplishing the same goal, and that's winning.
Your thoughts about being inducted into this Hall of Fame?
Oh, it's an honor. It's an honor, definitely to be along with everybody else that's already been inducted, the inductees this year, and also be able to join along with my two cousins, Derrick Johnson and also Dwight Johnson. So I'm the last one in, so now we got our whole entire family in.
Made it a family affair.
Made it a family affair, exactly.
Well, congratulations, and let's get back to the game.
Fatima Hernandez, escorted by Martin Hernandez. Sebastian Barragan, escorted by Monica Barragan and Manuel Barragan. Julio Lopez, escorted by Carla Quintana and Julio Lopez. Jonathan Saldana, escorted by Jesus Saldana and Maria Saldana. Receiving a letter jacket tonight, Logan Collins, escorted by Terry Millard and Casey Felton. Naomi McCullough, escorted by Latanya Henderson and Rebecca McCullough. Epiphany Rodriguez, escorted by Rosalinda Castro. Andrew Chazareta, escorted by Cree Burns and Adeline Zuniga. Lettering tonight, Sebastian Olvera, escorted by Lorena Chavez and Luis Olvera. Victor Garcia, escorted tonight by Marcela Sosa and Manuel Garcia. Marissa Garcia, escorted by Debbie Ramirez and Ernesto Garcia. Antoinette Gonzalez, escorted by Samantha Gonzalez and Sam Gonzalez. Daisy Sanchez, escorted by Belinda Reynoso and Eric Sanchez. Alia Gonzalez, escorted by Lola Barrientos and Zefe Chavez. Joshua Sokolov, escorted by Ann Walls. Felipe Ramirez, escorted by Anita Guajardo and Edward Ramirez. Willie Padilla, lettering tonight, escorted by Diane Rios and Julian Rios. Also lettering, Zane Campbell, escorted by Linda Hernandez and Sammy Campbell. Isia Rose, escorted by Alberta Vuens and Araya Vuens. Please help me again to congratulate these students. A special thank you to the mighty Trojan Band Boosters for preparing gifts for tonight's seniors, and a congratulations on those receiving their Letterman jacket tonight. And next up for your entertainment, the 2018-19 University High School Mighty Trojan Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Archie Lee Hatton IV, Arthur Torres, and Justin Lindsay. Your drum majors for this year are senior drum major Logan Collins, assistant drum majors Willie Padilla and Daniela Suarez. Your most outstanding freshman is Johnny Vivanco. Sophomore, Alexandria Montemayor. Junior, Carlos Perez. Seniors, Sebastian Barragan and Logan Collins. And your most outstanding section this week goes to the percussion section. The Mighty Trojan Band will perform Movement 1 of their marching show entitled Cirque du Soleil's Caw.
Would also like to thank you, the fans, for your support.
Kind words as we continue to mold young adults with a lifelong love and appreciation for the arts. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mighty Trojan Marching Band.
Hi, I'm Reagan Thomas, and I'm interviewing Coach Smith for University. How has your team and you prepared for this game?
Well, we've prepared for this game like any other game in the season. You know, it's the first game. We want to come out and be victorious, of course, but most importantly, we want to come out and be better than we were last week.
What does this game mean to your team, you, and the community?
Well, again, you know, we want to come out and be victorious, of course, but for the community, it gives all of us bragging rights. You know, for you get a year worth of bragging rights, and I mean, for the Trojans, you know, it'll be their first win, so it'll be a big time for the South Waco.
How do you think the team will take the heat tonight?
Well, we prepared really well. You know, we've been in it just a little tad longer than they have. We had a week to start earlier. Our kids have been responding, so we'll see tonight.
Thank you again for letting me do this, and good luck to the University Trojans tonight.
Thank you.
Waco High School is proud to present the Scarlet Line drill team under the direction of Wanda Johnson and LaShonda Gaines. Scarlet Line officers are Captain J.J. Aguilar, Co-Captain Cale Harris, First Lieutenants Hannah Gill and India Powell, Second Lieutenants Jasmine Jordan and Helena Evans. The Scarlet Line Dancer of the Week is Andrea Flores. The Scarlet Line JV and varsity teams will be performing a dynamic routine to the smash hit Bang Bang. Waco High School now proudly presents the 2018 Lion Pride Marching Band. The 2018 Waco High Lion Pride Band is under the direction of Scott Stuhler, Tyler Sage, and Michelle Nelson. Percussion is instructed by David Johnson and Adrian Rodriguez. The color guard is instructed by Ron Espinoza. Visual instructors are Alex Wynn, Matt Block, Austin Holder, Abby Roque, and Lauren Huff. Student drum majors are Andrew Ramirez and Charlie Henry. The outstanding band members of the week are Soleil Valenzuela and Zario Greer. A very special thanks goes out to all of our freshman band members for an outstanding job during our 2018 band camp. Tonight, the band will be performing movements 1 and 2 of this season's competition show entitled Labyrinth, featuring Giuseppe Verdi's Requiem, arranged by Ted Riker and Scott Stuhler. Drum majors Andrew Ramirez and Charlie Henry, is your band ready? Line Pride Band, you may take the field in performance. This evening, and to all of our band parent volunteers for their tremendous efforts and support this season. The band would also like to thank our business partners, Mr. Salinas and the Salinas Mobile Shop, for his outstanding job creating the band's new PA carts, and Kitty Stuhler for her graphic designs with the WHS Color Guard. For their continued support of the fine arts programs in Waco ISD, the band would also like to thank all of our Waco ISD School Board members.
Hi, my name is Haley, and I'm standing here with our Waco ISD Superintendent, Dr. Nelson. So, Dr. Nelson, the DJ Classic, how has it helped the Waco ISD Stadium remain an important venue for Waco High and high school football?
Well, you know, we're just so proud of our relationship with Derrick Johnson and his family. They go steep in tradition with this school district, and we're just so proud of the work that he's done in the NFL and at the University of Texas. And it's a great night for high school football, and it's no better football than watching Waco High play University.
So, as we know, the Waco High football team has been very, very, very hardworking this summer. So, how do you feel that this continued contact with other Waco High football players and other Waco ISD football players, how has that continued contact improved, and how has it helped the state, the district?
Well, one thing is for sure is that we know that both high schools are well coached. And they got two great principals at each school, two great head football coaches, great coaching staffs, and all the kids in our school district have been working hard, no matter what sport, cross country, tennis, volleyball, football. Working hard is one of the things we do. And when it's time to compete, kids from WISD, we don't care who the opponent is. And if it's each other, then so be it, you know. So we're just excited to be a part of it and so proud of these kids and the staff and just our athletic department who makes all this happen. And like I said, we're real proud of our relationship with Derrick Johnson.
So we know that Derrick has been a very prevalent image in our Waco ISD as well as all of high school football. So how does his image project onto these kids?
Well, you know, for us, we really have tried to surround our student athletes with quality coaches. And that's men and women who really try to instill values in our youth that's more than just academics. See, really it's called extracurricular activities because athletics is supposed to complement what kids are doing in the classroom. And, well, you see great examples of that at Waco High and University every day.
So talk briefly about the excitement that these two football teams bring to the field when they play each other every day.
Well, you know, they really only get to play each other one time in the year. So the fact that University and Waco High are coming together on the first game of the year for a long season, and then they go their separate ways. So that makes this night even more special. And on top of that, we've brought back several of our top athletes from decade to decade, and just so proud of the quality program that Johnny Tusa and his staff put together for this evening.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Nelson.
Hope you enjoyed our halftime activities. We're getting ready for the second half of action here at Waco ISD Stadium, with Waco High on top of University by a score of 22-15. Waco High with 208 total yards in the first half on 30 offensive plays. University with 140 yards of total offense on 22 offensive plays. First downs are fairly even, 6 for University, 7 for Waco High. Waco High has rushed the ball 23 times for 73 yards. University 16 times for 67 yards. University is 4 of 6 passing for 73 yards through the air. Waco High 5 of 7 for 135. So neither team has thrown the ball a bunch. It's been very successful when they've done so. University quarterbacks Emilio Arechica and Hiron Archibald have each completed 2 passes. Arechica is 2 of 4 for just 6 yards, while Archibald is 2 of 2 for 67 yards. One of those passes went to Corey Sandoff for 50 yards in the TD. Obi Cooper has a catch for 17 yards. Felix Resendez has 2 catches for 6 yards. Leading rusher in the game is Randy Carpenter, 63 yards on 10 carries. Jeremiah Stroop for University not too far behind with 60 yards on 12 carries. And Waco High's leading receiver is Jaquan Wells, 3 catches for 86 yards as Jonathan Fuller is 6 of 7 for 135 yards. Jordan Fuller.
You remember you said before the game, very little wind?
Yeah, all of a sudden it decided to blow along.
Yes,
hard,
it
didn't
did. Yes, it did.
Apparently we had a thundercloud move up out of the east and create a little wind. So Waco High will kick off to University to start the second half. And University will have that wind at their back, so Escada kicking into the wind, gets a good foot into it. Resendez watches it bounce out of bounds at the 6-yard line. And Rodney Smith will have a choice here as to whether he wants them to kick it in, or I guess they'll just take it at the 35. Is that what it goes?
That's 35, which to me that's what I would do, I think. I think it's the 30, maybe the 35 or the 30. They change rules a lot, you know.
Brad Strickland will tell us.
Free kick out of bounds. Be first down on the 30.
On the 30. See, I told you he'd tell us.
You were close, though.
Yeah, somewhere in between.
Well, we'll see what, if any, adjustments both teams made at halftime.
First off, we'll see who's at quarterback, and it's going to be Archibald. After they started the game with a different quarterback, Emilio Arachica. Sends a man in motion. Well, they ran into each other in the backfield. Nobody knew where they were going. Cooper ended up with the ball and ends up losing a yard back to the 29.
I say that, what you call that, a malfunction at the junction or something like that. It just did not look right.
Second down and 11. That's not the way they drew it up on the halftime chalkboard, was it?
I wouldn't think so.
Just the third carry of the night for Cooper for 9 yards. Brings up a second down and 11. Send off the wide receiver to the near side. Handoff goes to Stroop. He cuts it back against the grain. Slides off one tackler, but can't shake the second guy that gets to him. He gets it up to the 34 for a gain of 5. Picks up a third down and 6.
Now this is decision time for Coach Rodney Smith and his offensive staff. Are you going to throw the football? You're going to give it to Stroop? I think it's too early for him to put in a screen pass or something like that. I may be wrong.
13 carries for 65 yards for Stroop. Looking to pass. Now he'll tuck and run with it, and Archibald will be run out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Actually, they'll mark it at the 34, so it's no gain on the play for Archibald. And we got a flag on the far side.
Actually run out of bounds that time by Cameron Clark from Waco High. Personal foul or what?
No flag.
Oh, okay.
They're going to have to punt. That's the way the Waco High defensive coordinator lined it up, is to 3 downs and punt.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. Randy Carpenter is a deep man for Waco High, and I'm just tell you, if he gets a little daylight, he's very, very dangerous.
Now apparently we've had a flag thrown at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to go against University.
Somebody moved. All the Waco High down linemen were pointing, so somebody must have flinched or something.
False start for University. Just the 4th penalty of the night for 20 yards. Relatively penalty-free so far. That makes it 4th and 11. Straight up in the air, getting a little help from that wind at his back, but it's going to take a University bounce and take a nice roll for the Trojans down to the 26-yard line. Well, it didn't look like much to begin with, but thanks to that AstroTurf, it ended up being pretty good.
Yeah, he got the good roll on it. And if he had to do over, Randy Carpenter might have picked that rascal up on the first top, but he didn't.
University kept it for 1 minute and 57 seconds on their initial drive of the second half, but got nothing out of it. Now Waco High will try to see if they can add to their lead of 22-15 that they enjoyed at halftime.
All right, we'll see now. Fuller's returning again at quarterback. He's done a good job tonight.
Certainly has. Looks like he has a new running back in the backfield with him. I believe that's Keith Guillory Jr., number 20. It may be 21, Johnson. It's 28. It's 28 with the football. That's Gary Duffy. Duffy is dropped for a loss. First time we've called his name.
Calvin Mason is the young man that made the tackle for the U-Dogs.
A loss back to the 24. Second down and 12. Have to wonder if that helmet issue for Johnson is the reason why Duffy got the call here.
Maybe.
Now it's Carpenter in the game at the running back with Fuller at the quarterback spot. Carpenter has the football, looking for some running room. Straight ahead running up to the 31-yard line. Gain of about 7 on the play. Bring up a 3rd down and 5. That's manageable.
Getting up off the pile is Andrew. You know Andrew. How'd you say it? Apodaca?
Close enough.
He's had a good game defensively tonight. Somebody down right now for the Trojans. Here comes Jerry Williams and his staff out. There's 2 of them down, isn't there?
That's 2 too many.
I'm surprised we hadn't seen more cramps tonight than we have. That's that pickle juice. It'll do it.
Yeah, you got to have plenty of pickle juice,
yes,
either
sir.
before or during.
Yeah. Got salt in it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Not any kind of special mineral? Or?
No, it's got salt. And you don't remember the old days. You have to take salt pills for
yes,
practice.
I remember that.
That's what pickle juice does. See, it just makes you sweat more.
Well, that's Apodaca that they're carrying off there.
Sure is.
Jerry Williams giving him a little help to the sideline.
Hope he comes back all right, because he played well tonight.
Certainly has. 3rd and 5 facing Waco High on their first possession of the second half. After University went 3 and out in their first possession. Fuller looking to pass. Pump fake, gets it off to McCoy. McCoy with a good sidestep, has the first down and gets it down to the 40-yard line for a gain of 9 on the play.
Obi Cooper had a good shot at him right here. You'll see Obi Cooper come in, just missed it, and the rest is history. You see, as a nice run that time. McCoy made a little juke move.
Quickly back to the line of scrimmage, hand off to Carpenter. Big hole over the left side. Takes it up to the 47-yard line for a gain of 7.
Got another man down for University right now. I don't know if it's a cramp or what, but it looks like Amari Gibson, which is not good. I didn't see Jerry Williams. He didn't make the trip out time. He sent the Chelsea Hoot now. Yeah, but he needs a timeout.
He doesn't need timeout. He needs oxygen.
He's been at the university a long time, hasn't he?
He certainly has. Well, that's Gibson is getting up slow. He is favoring his left leg. That's a pretty good sized blow to that University defense.
It's a real good blow to him.
He's putting a little weight on it now, so that's a pretty good sign. He starts putting some weight on it. See if Waco High takes advantage of those couple of injuries to the University defense here. Carpenter goes around the right side, and boy, he is wrapped up quickly. Nice job of getting through by University's Delvin Mason.
I tell you, he was, as soon as he got the handoff, there's old Devin Mason in the backfield. That was a nice tackle. So this brings up another 3rd and long situation for Waco High, which normally would be a passing down. I'm not sure will be tonight, though.
Back to the 42, a loss of 5 for Carpenter. 3rd down and 8 facing the Lions. I'm not Make sure they don't have some receivers lined up in the neutral zone. Fuller looking to pass, overthrows his target. It's over McCoy and almost into the arms of Keemon Taylor. Had a couple of guys to hit, and he went right between them.
So a punting situation for the Trojans. University to get an opportunity to see what they can do offensively now.
Skata back to punt. Couple of men deep for University. Daquan Wells, the up man, and the deep man. Excuse me, the deep man is the up man is Peyton, and the deep man is Resende.
And he is deep.
Yeah. Again, he's kicking into a breeze.
Yeah.
Be the up man that gets it and goes down with it to the 33-yard line. Nice job by Peyton to protect the football. 7:50 to go, third quarter. Our score remains 22-15. That's what it was at halftime.
And there hadn't been as many penalties as I thought, and there hadn't been as many turnovers as I thought there would be. There's been some, but not as many as I thought. Art Archibald remains the quarterback for the Trojans.
Waco High had it for 233 on that possession. From the University 33, Stroop gets a handoff, weaves his way through Waco Lions up to the 41-yard line. Nice gain of 8 on the play for Stroop.
Also a nice tackle by Damian Alexander for Waco High.
Offensive line has done their job for University tonight, making way for Jeremiah Stroop to gain yardage. Now we have a legal procedure against University. They had all kinds of guys moving.
Yeah, they did. I tell you what, that's one of the, I don't know the weights, that's one of the largest University offensive lines I've seen.
Number 15, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Now we get second down and 7. Move it back to the 36. Jeremiah Stroop, 14 carries for 73 yards. Has a little difficulty with his quarterback on the exchange, and Archibald doing anything he can to save something out of it, but Waco High smelt blood in the water and ate him up.
I think got a cramp this time. I shouldn't even mention that a while ago.
No.
Is there a certain kind of pickle juice? I mean, is it Heinz or Vlasic or something like that, or do you know?
Well, it may be Bob's Pickle Potion or something like that.
Okay.
It's the best.
They're from North Zilch, I think. Is that where they are?
I think that's where they are. It's a loss of 2 back to the 34-yard line on that play. It's going to bring up a third down and 9. And so Waco High player gets attended to.
I guarantee you that's a cramp, and I see the Waco High trainer out checking on him.
Timothy Coaster, a senior, coming to the sideline after being attended to. Big down for University here. Facing 3rd and 9. With 6:55 and the clock rolling here in the third quarter, they trail by a touchdown. Take the handoff. Archibald throws, it's complete and out of bounds, but short of the first down is Corey Sandoff. But a flag on the play at the line of scrimmage. Holding against University.
What are they going to do? They're going to take
10-yard penalty, third down.
They're going to take it.
Yep. By the way, you talk about being different districts. University's in District 5, 5A, Division 2 this year with Aledo, Burleson, Centennial, Cleburne, Everman, Joshua, Midlothian, and Arlington Seguin. So those teams are 9-team districts. It doesn't give you much time to get tuned up, does it?
Certainly doesn't. You get 2 non-district games and then it's showtime. Stroop gets the handoff, tries to bounce it outside, but can't keep his balance as he's pulled down after a gain of about 2. I'll just make it to 1 to the 25. That'll bring up 4th down. 4th and 18.
Remember, University earlier had a bad snap on a punt. We'll see what happens here. Neither team has punted the ball real well as far as distance, but they had some good hang time.
Waco High waiting to send Randy Carpenter back. They think it's going to be a fake, and now University calls a timeout. University may have been thinking fake punt, and I think Waco High was in their kitchen. I think they knew it was about to happen.
Incidentally, University will be back here next week hosting Austin Travis. When I first saw that schedule come out, it was a misprint. It said Lake Travis. And I said, oh, that's not good. It's Austin Travis.
William B. Travis.
Yeah. Good look at some of the Waco High fans. They had a lot of tailgating going on tonight on the Waco High side. Yeah.
It's chicken dance time. That youngster must be from Stephenville. They learned how to do the chicken dance real early.
Yes, sir, buddy. That or Valley Mill. That's not the chicken dance, I'll tell you that.
All right, back to play. Punt, snap, drop. Unable to pick it up. Waco High is going to have great field position inside the 15-yard line.
That's something University will certainly work on next week. That's a couple of bad snaps tonight that's happened for them when they line up the punt. And this gives Waco High really, really good field position.
Certainly does. They'll get it with 5:58 left to go in the third quarter, leading 22-15, but they are at the doorstep at the University 14-yard line after that turnover on the punt snap. Punter Jesus Nunez not able to get a handle on it. No matter if Waco High recovered it or not, it was going to be their ball right there. So Jordan Fuller brings them up to the line of scrimmage. Another new running back in the backfield for Waco High is number 37, who has the football, but I don't have a name for him.
I don't have a name or number, do you?
I'll take that back. Maybe it was 33. It just looked like 37.
It is 33, I believe, yeah.
That would be Jaden Ridge.
Yes.
First time we've seen him tonight. Gets no gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's got that number tucked up underneath such that it's hard to read the 33. There's Jaden Ridge in there along with Jordan Fuller.
They better hurry.
Yep, there goes the clock.
Delay a game. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Sometimes that's on the player, sometimes it's on the coaches. It's taking too long to get the play call in.
Sixth penalty for 60 yards against Waco High. So second down and 15. Back at the 19. Fuller looking to pass, going to the end zone and overthrows everybody. I think somebody missed a route.
I think so too, because that ball was overthrown about 10 yards. And I know Fuller's a little more accurate than that, I think.
Dale Smith kind of pointed at himself like, I know I'm the wrong guy. We'll bring up a third and 15. Just not on the same page with that one.
Watching some of that offensive line that time. Good block by Jesus Salazar for Waco High, number 77. He's doing a good job there, left tackle.
Handoff goes to 33 again, Duffy. Because of a little bit of delay on the handoff, he has trouble getting that one going.
Yeah, it all started with the snap. That threw everything off. At the end of this quarter, maybe we'll try to acknowledge our stellar crew. There's a lot of them tonight, and following the football game, we'll be visiting with the offensive, defensive player of the game and the winning coach, who will be chosen by a committee strategically located throughout the stadium.
37-yard field goal attempt here for Chris Escada.
He's capable of making this if he gets a good snap.
Again, he's got about a 15 to 20 mile an hour wind in his face. Good snap, but back to throw is Fuller. He dodges one would-be tackler. Now looks for somebody to throw to and can't find anybody. And
Oh, you tell me Waco High helmet came off again?
yes, sir. Number 3 this time.
He must have traded helmets. That's what I think.
Corey Ebron
with Johnson,
loses a
yeah.
helmet.
Corey Ebron's a good football player.
Yes, he is. So on the busted field goal attempt, the ball's going to go over on downs to University with 3:46 left to go. Third quarter. Trojans dodge a bullet there, Coach.
Yes, they did. Did you know that the wind's supposed to shift? It's out of the north, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Didn't know it was going to shift tonight.
I didn't bring a windbreaker, did you?
I don't think you'll need one.
Oh, okay.
University trailing 22-15 with 3:46 left to go in the third quarter. Pass to the flat. Sendes gets it up to about the 23-yard line, just a 2-yard gain.
Nice tackle that time by Antoine Warren. Make sure it didn't go any more than a 3-yard gain.
Up to the 23, brings up second down and 8. Scoreboard still where it was at halftime at 22-15. Stroop has the football, bounces off one would-be tackler, slides by another, a flag trailing the play, and Stroop will get it up to the 28-yard line, but this one's most likely coming back.
Kind of where you see holding sometimes, don't know whether that's what it is or not.
We'll hear from Brad Strickland.
54 the offense. 10-yard penalty, second down.
I tell you, it reminds me of when he's mic'd like that. Some of those coaches in the Little League World Series,
yeah,
they're mic'd. They just go out there and say, they call timeout and go out there and say, hey, those strikes. Well, I mean, you know, just want to make sure they're on the TV. That's the only reason they're mic'd.
Coach, it has started to dribble.
Yes, it is.
We're seeing raindrops.
Falling on your head.
Fans are scurrying a little bit. Stroop has the football, running from north to south, gets it out to about the 24-yard line for a gain of 9. But he still needs to get 9 more for a first down.
Is he approaching the 100-yard rushing mark yet?
Getting pretty close.
Yeah.
Our unofficial stats from Steve Tankersley has him at 16 carries for 83 yards.
He'll get that 100, won't he? I would imagine.
Yeah, he should. Third down and 9. Get your ball rolling. Pass is complete out to the 36-yard line. Good possession reception there by number 89, Joseph Azua.
It was a nice catch for Joseph that time. He's a pretty good size youngster, isn't he?
Yes, sir. That tight end size you like to see. All the way out to the University 36 to pick up the first down, and I believe that's their first down of the second half. People act like they're made of sugar, running out of the rain. Stroop gets around lots of would-be defenders and finally unceremoniously thrown out of bounds at midfield after a 14-yard gain. He's just 3 yards shy of that 100-yard mark now, Coach.
Yeah. And he's got another youngster down right now. And you can see right here on the side, it's more than just a sprinkle. It's a pretty good shower, which we needed.
Corey Sandoff, the man down now for University, is Chelsea Hooten and Jerry Williams get there to check on him. Well, by the time that rain started, it probably stopped.
No, they hadn't stopped yet. At least not on this side of it. Well, I watched the weather before I left. It said no rain tonight.
And you believed them?
That's why it's raining. No, I don't believe it. They got the best job in the world. They can be wrong 80% of the time. It doesn't make a difference.
Well, I've come to the conclusion that weather forecasters aren't there to be correct. They're just there to keep you vigilant.
Exactly.
Well, we got another cramp hopping to the sidelines. As the wide receiver, Corey Sandoff, heads to the other side. He's had a catch for 50 yards and a touchdown tonight on that trick play that helped the Trojans get their second TD. From midfield, they face a 1st and 10. Ball gives it to Stroop. Stroop looking back up the middle. Will fall forward for about a 7-yard pickup.
That's a tough 7-yard run that time for Jeremiah Stroop, but that young man, he's a workhorse, no doubt about it.
Should have put him at the 100-yard mark, yeah.
Well,
104 yards.
I hope my windows are up.
That wasn't so warm you would have had them down, was it? The air conditioner is working, isn't it?
I probably had them cracked. Might be a little damp, it'll be all right.
2nd down and 3. Stroop has some running room. Looking for a block to cut back inside. Gets a yard, and that's it. Up to the 39-yard line. That's more than a yard. That's 4 yards.
Yeah, Rodney Radcliffe in on the tackle that time for Waco High. Right now, University's moving the footballs. We're winding down this 3rd quarter.
Inside the final minute. Center Esteban Trio had to readjust his shoes before he joined the huddle for University. Trojans will send Lemoy and Goss
Play
to
clock,
the near side.
Play clock rolling down, Mark.
Yeah, it is. Down to 3, 2. Get it off. Archibald's pass goes through 2 would-be receivers' hands and out of bounds. Incomplete with 25 seconds left on the 3rd quarter clock.
Which one was it intended to, you think?
Yes. It was first intended for Resendez, and I believe Sandoff is back in the game. And it also went past him. No, that's not Sandoff. It's 15 instead of 16. That is Lambert. Everybody went but the center that time.
Yeah, it sure did. That's got to be on the center because I don't think everybody missed a step count.
Brings us 2nd and 15 back to the Waco, excuse me, it's the Waco 44-yard line.
A lot of people headed to the exits for some reason. Like they've never seen rain before.
They're made of sugar. There's still parts of the concrete that aren't wet. Archibald to pass. Gets out from underneath the rush. Cuts it back inside. Tucks it and goes. He's got wheels. Makes it up to the 30-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down just quite yet.
Flag on the play. Holding against University, I think.
That's way back in the backfield. It'll come back. Well, the rain came and all of a sudden it's flag day again.
Looks like there's another youngster down on the far sidelines for University.
That's Archibald, I believe.
I think it is too.
You see Emilio back in.
Got an injury timeout.
2nd and 25 is what's going to face the Trojans. It's going to move it back into University territory, I believe. All the way back to the 46-yard line.
Let's hope that rain quits before the end of the game.
Why, you made of sugar?
I'm not prepared. I wasn't prepared. 2nd and 25.
2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2nd and 25. 2 I bet you he'll be gone by the time you head for your car.
I guess we can always do the post game up here. Just tell them come up here.
Second down and 25 from the Waco 46. Stroop looking for running room, finds it, gets it back into Waco territory before he's finally dropped at about the Waco 45. Gain of about 9 on the play for Stroop.
I tell you, the offensive and defensive lines for University are so much bigger than they were the last couple of years. They're big, real big. That's the end of the quarter, isn't it?
Certainly is. They fed them well over the break. So a scoreless third quarter here at Waco ISD Stadium as Waco High holds on to their 22-15 lead at the half.
All right, let's have a little acknowledge our crew tonight, if that's all right with you guys.
Please do.
One of the camera operators tonight is intern Lee. Also, Reagan Thomas is going to do the interviews for Waco High. Haley Weiss for University and Waco High, respectively. We'll start that probably the next time. On the cameras tonight, L.J. Maldonado, Jesse Maldonado, Mesquite Kinfolks, Terrell McSpadden, camera operator. Leslie Ugaldi is also camera operator. Talk to Leslie for the game. Lisho Powers, instant replay. Ricky Mausel, little Ricky Mausel, instant replay. David Ellis, audio engineer. This is a new one. Jesse Patel is the executive director.
Yes,
he's
sir.
not the director, he's the executive director.
That's right. Man in charge.
I might have botched some of his names up. That's close I get.
You'll get him by the end of the season.
Maybe.
Aaron Chica airs one out and misses his target. A little shy. On the near side for Lambert. Emilio Arechica back into the game, and looked like we had another penalty, this one against Waco High. And it'll be a first down on the penalty for University. That's a big penalty for University.
It is huge.
Takes it all the way down to the 30-yard line. Mark off 15. I do believe. Well, it may be a 10-yard penalty. Chica hands it off to Stroop. Stroop being chased by Lions and manages to slide through a couple of them. Takes it up to the 26-yard line for a 4-yard gain.
We've got a Waco High youngster down now. I don't know whether the second half, these guys, you know, the lack of depth is catching up with them or what. We've had several injuries this second half. Not major injuries, I hope, but just injuries.
This one looks more like a shoulder situation.
Is that another penalty?
Certainly is. Moved it all the way back to the 40. Still first down. Or still second down. No, they say it's first down across the way. Make up your mind. That was a 10-yard penalty. Must have been a holding. So it's first and 20 from the 40. Lambert, the lone receiver on the near side. Single coverage. Provided by Jimmy Veal. Stroop with the football on the cutback. Heads for the sideline. Will get out of bounds at about the 32. Gain of 8 on the play for Jeremiah Stroop.
You see the speed that Jeremiah Stroop possesses on that play. He was going to kind of go off tackle. It's kind of jammed up, so he cut the outside and picked up pretty good yardage.
21 carries now for Stroop for 125 yards. Definitely the leading rusher in the contest for either team. Fourth quarter, 22-15 our score. That's the way it was at halftime. University trying to catch up. And once again, we have a false start on University before the snap.
A lot of these penalties that we're seeing tonight can certainly be corrected. And they say that you make your most improvement between the first and second game. Whether that's true or not, I've always heard that. But you can't believe everything you hear either.
Well, this has been a nice drive for University. They started with 3 minutes and 46 seconds left in the third quarter. And now we're 23 seconds deep into the fourth quarter. Run a lot of plays, but there's also been a lot of penalties in the drive. From the 37, they face a 2nd and 17. Derrick airs it out, and it is in and out of the hands of Lambert. Lambert receives some double coverage inside the 10-yard line and couldn't come down with it.
That was a pretty good pass that time by Emilio. It really was. He threw the ball well, and I'm sure that ball's getting a little wet right now, so that makes it a little more difficult to throw.
Well, the rain is slowing up a little bit.
It's probably, I probably hadn't got a drop at my house. That's the way things go.
Of course not.
It's got to stop somewhere, doesn't it?
Stops right there about Highway 6.
Yeah.
It's 3rd down and 17. Handoff goes to Cooper. Obi turned around and gets it down to about the 32 for a gain of 5. It's going to bring up a 4th and 12. Waco 32.
I don't think there's any question about it. You go for it here, don't you?
Yeah, it's too far to field goal and too short to punt.
Yep. But they're going to try a field goal, I believe.
Certainly are.
I see those 2-color shoes coming out.
Yeah.
Against this wind, this will be a very difficult kick, I would think.
Rolando Galvan, senior kicker, going to attempt a 48-yarder. Now a timeout called by University to talk about it. 48 yards into the wind. Well, though the wind seems to have died down some, Coach.
It has died down quite a bit, but still 48 yards is not a chip shot, you know what I mean?
Looks like the rain is about to, it's drizzling, but not quite as hard as it was.
Would you say it's subsiding a little bit?
Yes, sir, subsiding. Who do we got next week? Waco High and...
No, we got the University in Austin.
Oh,
Travis.
yeah, that's right. Waco High's on the road for the next
Georgetown,
week.
yeah, at Georgetown. And then they open up district play at Ellison. So, in the open day. And by the way, Kwame Cavill's wife is expecting their child September the 21st, which happens to be their open day.
Well, that's convenient.
If it works out that way.
Yeah, if it works out that way. But those things never work out that way.
No.
So University going for it on 4th and 12 from the Waco High 32. They got to get to the 20-yard line to pick up a new series of downs. Derrick back to pass. Procedure call against University.
I bet Rodney Smith pulled his hair out if he had any.
That's the 6th penalty in this drive.
Yeah. Now they still going to go for it, you think?
Got to.
He's got as good a chance of making the first down as he does a field goal, in my opinion, from that distance.
Got to get again to the 20-yard line to pick up the first down, or just Hail Mary into the end zone and tie this thing up. 10:50 left in the contest in the fourth quarter.
Play clock run out on them?
Yes, it did.
I think
another 5 yards in. Now they'll punt it.
I bet they will too. They keep getting farther and further back. I think people believe people are leaving this football game. I mean, it's a close game. It's anybody's game. I guess they forget to go home and get their parkas or whatever they call it, man.
Now they're in punt formation. Rolando Galvan in to do the punting. We'll see if he can't nail Waco High deep, but the punt snap goes over his head all the way back to the 34-yard line. He loses the football, and University able to recover it, but it's still going to be Waco High's ball deep in University territory at about the 23-yard line. So that strategy kind of backfired, Coach.
Yes, it is. Joseph Azua finally fell on that ball for University, but you talk about a good break for Waco High Lions. This puts them in really excellent field position. How many procedure penalties were on that drive for University? There's several ones.
6, 5, maybe.
Golly.
They only had it for 2 minutes and 27 seconds because of all the penalties. Waco High has it 1st and 10 at the University 23-yard line with 10:41 left in the contest. And Waco High has a touchdown lead at 22-15.
Once again, that play clock's winding down.
Down to 6, 5, 4. Jordan Fuller gets the snap though in time. Hands it off to Johnson, coming around the right side, and Johnson falls forward to the 19. Pick up a 4 on the play. And Johnson kept his helmet on.
Yeah, that's the sort of say the biggest thing about that play wasn't the run, but he kept his helmet on. He stumbled and picked up a couple of extra yards.
2nd and 6 from the 19. Johnson again with the football. Turns the corner, and a flag thrown. Got out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. See what the meaning of the flag is at the 15.
There's some more flags this half than there was the first half.
Offense, number 9, 10-yard penalty.
Okay, so
Second down.
Picked up 4 yards on the play, but then a 10-yard penalty after that for the hold. Take it back to the 25.
Now, how many holding penalties is that on Waco High tonight? Several. More than one, I'll tell you that.
More than one, yeah. So back to the 25-yard line it goes. Still 2nd down and about 12. Randy Carpenter takes the handoff and slides down and loses yardage back to the 30-yard line. There's that number 84 again, Coach Mitchell.
I tell you, Mitchell's been all over the field tonight. He's really played a good game for the University Trojans. And they're certainly within field goal range right now, but if that's what they end up doing.
Carpenter lost 5 on that one, makes it 3rd down and 17. Play clock reaches 10 as they finally get settled in the backfield for Waco. Fuller straight drop back, but snowed under and loses the football, and University looks like they're on top of it. Turnover is going to go the way of the Trojan defense. Coming from the bottom of the pile with the football is Felipe Gonzalez.
If Waco High could have managed the field goal there, that'd give them a pretty good cushion. But now, University, all they got to do is score a touchdown, kick extra point, and they tied this rascal up. I know it's easier said than done, but that's the way it is.
They're still in the hunt.
Yes, they are.
Get the ball with 9:05 left to go in the contest, trailing by 7 points.
I assume, is Archibald back in there? I think he is. I can't really tell. Looks like him.
On the University 36. Archibald hands it off to Stroop. Stroop lunges forward to the 40-yard line for a gain of 4.
Procedure call against University.
Here we go again.
Well, that's one of the linemen was moving that time. I saw that.
Substitution infraction. Defense, number 90, 5-yard penalty. First down.
So it'll be 1st and 5 at the 41-yard line. That goes against Waco. So a break for the Trojans here. Facing a 1st and 5. ball from the shotgun. Throws it in the flat and overthrows Resendez. Just right through the hands.
I have not seen him go much to Michael Lambert tonight. He's one of their better receivers, but they have not got the football to him and hadn't got to Obi Cooper that much either.
Cooper was considered one of their best playmakers a year ago.
Yep.
And you got 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Hand it off to Stroop going the other way. Jeremiah has the first down. Up to the 47-yard line. Pick up the 6. First and 10.
Boy, Stroop has been the workhorse tonight from University. He's got a lot of carries.
Make that 22 for 131 yards. Our highly unofficial statistics.
Oh, I've been pretty close with Mr. Tankley doing it.
Tank does a great job of keeping track. It's just whether I give him the right numbers or not is the question. Fumble on the snap, and Archibald goes down under the rush from Corey Ebron. Archibald loses on first down. 3 yards back to the 44.
Seen several bad snaps tonight, a couple of them on punts, a couple of them on just the offensive formation.
And I believe the rain has stopped. So you won't get wet on postgame.
Mess up my hair, both of them, huh?
Stroop looking for some running room up the middle. He just flat carries a man with him up to Waco High territory, the 48-yard line.
I believe that's Tyrese Carroll that he carried that time and on his back, and that was just a good determined run. Jeremiah Stroop, I'm very impressed with this young man.
After the 8-yard pickup, brings up a 3rd down and 5. University trying to keep this scoring drive alive and tie up the ball game here in the 4th quarter. 22-15 our score. A bad snap picked up by Stroop. Not going to get anything out of it as he'll lose 2. Back to the 50.
I'll be willing to bet University has a new snapper, or they work on that thing a lot this next week.
I'll bring up a 4th down and 7 at midfield. Looks like Rodney Smith is once again sending out the punt team.
I think that's the right thing to do. Still have over 6 minutes left in this football game. Most likely you will get the football back.
Jesus Nunez waiting for the punt snap. Waco High not necessarily looking for the punt. A low punt snap.
He was on one knee too, Lord.
Yep, he's down there. It'll be Waco High's ball at the 38-yard line. You can't go to a knee to catch the punt snap. Not in high school football, maybe in the NFL. But once again, the punt snap has caused the University defense a lot of problems.
Oh, a lot of problems, and that's something they're certainly going to have to improve on as the season progresses.
Nunez not necessarily wanting to be a running back, but because of losses on punt snaps, he's had 3 carries for a minus 53 yards. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yep.
That's a good stat. 6:22 left in the game. Waco High has the lead in the ball, and they're in University territory at the 38-yard line. Jordan Fuller gone the distance at quarterback, hands it off to Randy Carpenter. He just follows his offensive line for 3 yards to the 35.
Another good look at Randy Carpenter. Young man that really kind of took a back seat to Terrence Hamilton last year, but he's pretty much moved to the forefront.
Yeah, this is his year. Fuller wants to keep possession, but also run some time off the clock with the lead. Hands the ball to Carpenter again. Got a big hole over the left side that gets him the first down all the way down to the 25-yard line. Pick up of 10 on the play for Carpenter.
There's another look at Randy Carpenter. That young man's got good speed. Finally kind of brought down from behind by Desmond Watson.
16th carry of the night for Carpenter for 82 yards. He's 18 away from having a 100-yard game. New set of downs for Fuller to work with. Looking to pass. Has a man. Underthrows him a little bit. But a good job of getting some yardage out there. We're going to give him a 4-yard gain on the pass completion to Jaquan Wells.
There you see it right there. Caleb Russell, the man on the tackle. Have a little help from some of his teammates. As the clock will be winding under 5 minutes after this play.
That's the 4th reception for Wells for 90 yards. 5 minutes to go. Carpenter takes the football, sidesteps a couple of would-be tacklers, still on his feet, and tripped up when he gets to the 11-yard line. Another 10-yard gain for Randy Carpenter.
And what they say, if you got a good horse, ride it. That's what they're doing right now. Randy Carpenter's been doing a good job for Waco High, just like Stu has for University.
Clock rolling with 4:40 left in the contest. Carpenter 8 yards shy of the 100-yard mark right now. Has a chance to pick it up here, but will be wrapped up when he gets, and the ball squirts loose, but Waco High is able to get on top of it as Jordan Fuller saves the bacon there by getting on the football at the 9-yard line. Let's give Carpenter a 2-yard gain on the play.
If I'm Waco High, I'll run that play clock down to about 5, because that means the game clock is running also.
They move the ball back to the 11. That was no gain on the play then. Fuller taking some time as the clock rolls under 3:50 to go in the game. Looking to pass, avoids a rush, but the pass is incomplete. Trying to get it out in the flat to Keemon Taylor. Taylor couldn't hold it in the breadbasket.
What Waco High needs to do right here is take care of the football. If you don't make the first down, don't turn it over, and make sure you have an opportunity to kick the field goal, which would pretty much put this game out of reach, I think.
They can pick up a first down without getting the touchdown if they get it to the 1-yard line. Facing a 3rd down and 10. Carpenter has the football, has running room, gets it down to the 3. 8-yard pickup for Carpenter. That'll give him 100 yards on the night, but Waco High is a couple of yards shy of the first down. They're going to have to go for it on 4th down, but I don't think that's any problem for Kwame Cavill and company.
But Kwame, just think about it, though. Field goal would put this game out of reach.
Kwame Cavill asking for timeout, and they get it. Waco High wants to talk about it.
And I see a Squater running out there. He said, I can make it, America. But you know what? The field goal, you got to have a good snap, a good hold, and a good blocking, and a good kick. I mean, a lot of things happen.
It's kind of like that forward pass that Darryl Roy used to talk about.
Yeah, the 3 things happen.
2 out of 3 are
yeah,
bad.
Yeah.
Well, same thing on 3 things happen on that field goal thing.
I don't know what Kwame's staff said, hey, we'll go for the field goal. But what? They're going to call timeout and talk about it. So, and if they don't make it, University's got a long way to go, but they do have the football.
Well, they have the football, a long way to go, trailing by 7 with 3:18 to go. But Waco High may want to show what kind of confidence they have in their offensive line to be able to get this into the end zone. Ball spotted between the 3 and the 4-yard line. They need to get to the 1 for a first down, but they probably prefer to get it into the end zone, and they'll send the offense out on the field.
Yep.
Much to the delight of the Waco High students on the near side. So here's a big play in the game. Fuller takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself and will get the first down and get into the end zone for the touchdown. Jordan Fuller with the TD, his 2nd of the night, with 3:10 to go. May have iced this one away for Waco High.
Well, what a determined run by Jordan Fuller. He was stopped about the 2-yard line, I thought. You look right here, right there, I thought he stopped. He turns around, spins a little bit, and gets it into the end zone. He had the first down, but the touchdown's better.
Chris Escada on to try the extra point out of the hold of Jordan Fuller. High snap. Fuller gets it down. Escada puts it up through the uprights. And with 3:10 left to go in the ball game, the Waco High Lions take a 29-15 lead. That's the first score of our second half in this contest.
I think both teams can improve on their snaps from the center, don't you? In all phases of the game. With about another minute, I'll be heading down, but and if it does get tied up, I'll come back and we'll visit with the offensive and defensive player of the game and the winning coach, which right now looks like it'd be Kwame Cavill.
The University gives Waco High the opportunity to take a 2-touchdown lead thanks to the bad punt snap that gave Waco High the ball at the University 38-yard line. Took Waco High just 8 plays to move the 38 yards, but probably the key to that was there was no penalties during those 8 plays. Took them 3 minutes and 11 seconds to get on the scoreboard with that drive, the only scoring drive of the second half for either team. Waco High enjoying a 29-15 lead with little time left on the clock for University.
I tell you what, I was really impressed with Jordan Fuller on that touchdown run.
Yes, sir.
Very determined run.
University will send Sandoff and Resendez back to receive the kick. See if the skater tries to kick it deep, or if he tries to kick it to one of the up men. Obi Cooper, one of the up men on the near side. He'll go deep with it, and Sandoff will let it go into the end zone. University will take over at the 25, 75 yards away, but they're 2 touchdowns down. Just 3:10 to go. They need to get a quick score and a quick turnover.
But to get a quick score, they're pretty much going to have to throw the football, I would imagine, unless Stroop can break for a long run. And I assume Archibald will be the man under for the Trojans. I tell you, win, lose, or draw, I've been very impressed with both teams tonight for the first game. I really have.
Just got to cure some of those false starts.
Yeah, if they can correct that, the snaps, I would think.
3 receivers to the right for Archibald, who rolls to the right, looking for a receiver, throws, it's complete to Cooper. Cooper knocked out of bounds at the 38-yard line after a pickup of 13 on the play.
And one thing he did, go out of bounds to stop the clock.
Did pick up a first down. University's in a 2-minute drill. Now a whistle. As Waco High is trying to get their defense on the field. Straight drop back. Archibald steps up in the pocket, but that pocket all of a sudden collapses on him, and he's going to get maybe a yard out of it to the 39.
Corey Ebron is the first man on Johnny on the spot for Waco High that time. Forced Archibald to throw the ball he didn't want to throw and got a young man down again.
Waco High youngster on the turf. Cameron Clark, a senior defensive end, being looked at. Cramps have been a big part of the night. We usually expect that in the first part of the season when it's still quite warm. Game time temperature of 95 degrees this evening with a little bit of rain that came through. Dropped it down to 80 degrees.
Yeah, I knew that wind shifted out of the north, and it was blowing pretty good there for a while, wasn't it?
Certainly was. Just had a little rogue thunderstorm pop up.
Hank told me earlier around 9:30 it was going to rain. He told me that about 6:30.
Because he reads the Farmer's Almanac.
They have farmers at Valley Mills?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Plenty of them. John Deere's, Massey's.
Yeah, all them people up there. I hadn't seen John in a while.
Last I saw him, he was a little green.
Oh.
Got kind of yellow around the gills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See Justin Efford, one of the trainers, head trainer for Waco High.
Always good to see those players come off on their own power.
You bet you it is.
2nd down and 9 facing University with 2:45 left to go in the contest. Trojans trying to stop a 46-game losing streak. Blitz from the outside. Archibald able to avoid it. Now throws deep and underthrows his target, and the flag is thrown. Good job of trying to get back to the football by Sandoff. Let's see who they call the flag on. Sandoff put his hands on the receiver, on the defender.
Pass interference. Defense, number 27. 15 yards from the previous spot. First down.
So pass interference to call on Waco High. Moves it into Waco territory at the 46-yard line. You about to head down for post-game interviews, Coach?
I'm fixing to head down after this play.
All right, we'll meet you down there after the game. Stroop, straight ahead running, takes it up to the 40. 6-yard gain for Jeremiah. University quickly back to the line of scrimmage after the 25th carry for Stroop on the night, and 143 yards. Archibald flings it for Sandoff, overthrown. Archibald now 3 of 5 passing as he's missed his. I take that back. That other one wasn't an incompletion because of the penalty. He's done pretty good in the passing department for the Trojans. Third down and 4 from the 40. Archibald rolling right. He's only got one receiver that way. Throws for that receiver who's behind his defender, but couldn't come up with the catch. That was Gibson in on offense. We've seen Gibson on defense tonight, mostly for University. They put Amari Gibson in at the wide receiver there, unable to come up with the catch. It brings up 4th down and 4, and maybe a final gasp for the Trojans with 2:02 to go. They just need 4 yards to get a new set of downs. They don't necessarily have to go for the touchdown here. Archibald stays in the pocket and gets that first down on a nice pass to Sandoff, who quickly goes out of bounds at the 33-yard line after a pickup of 7 on the pass to Sandoff. Keeps the drive alive. 3rd first down in this drive for University, which started at the 25-yard line after the Waco High touchdown. Under 2 minutes to go now. University trying to give themselves a fighting chance. Archibald again. Straight drop back, has time, throws underneath to Resendez, and Resendez won't get a whole lot of yards out of it, just 1 yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. Clock rolling with 1:35 left. Rolling to his left this time, Archibald throws underneath to Resendez, who falls out of bounds, but it's called incomplete. Apparently he didn't come up with the football.
Remind everyone that we'll have a trophy presentation.
3rd and 9 at the 32. They will also give away trophies for offensive and defensive players of the game. Coach has his committee all around the stadium. Figure that out. Here goes Stroop, carrying the football out of bounds, but here comes a flag, which is going to bring a holding penalty against University. With just 80 seconds left in the contest. And now Jerry Williams and the training staff will come out to check on one of the University offensive linemen who's down. That's Chris Trevino. Another holding penalty against University. Hank tells me that is the 13th penalty against University for 85 yards. Make that the 14th for 95 yards.
Holding. Offense, number 56. 10-yard penalty. Third down. Injury timeout.
They got a timeout as they take care of that offensive lineman for University. Again, we've had several players suffer cramps. He's up on his own power for right now. Just a little bit of help from the training staff. They'll limp toward the far sideline. This University offensive line has done an outstanding job making room for Jeremiah Stroop. 25 carries for 143 yards. University just 5 yards shy of having 200 yards of total offense on 55 offensive plays. Just a minute 20 left to go in this one. Waco High, meanwhile, has run 52 offensive plays for 263 yards to this point. Now we're ready to get back to action. 29-15 our score. Waco High on top of University. Archibald to pass. Steps up in the pocket, flings it long, and has Obi Cooper for the touchdown. Third down from the 42-yard line. Pass goes from Archibald to Cooper. 42 yards and the touchdown, and now University still has an opportunity with a minute 12 to go with an onside kick and a quick score, but they need this extra point right here. Cal Bond here to add it on and makes it good. So 1 minute and 12 seconds left in this game, and it's a one-score contest. University has closed the gap from 29-22. 75-yard drive for the Trojans. Nine plays to do it. Took them a minute and 58 seconds to go that distance. And maybe still have a chance to pick up the win, send it to overtime. Lots of things can still happen here. Well, the coach is always kidding that if the game gets tied, he'll come back up, but I don't expect to see him. He'll stay down on the field, watch the remainder of this contest. Waco High going to do what they can to smother the football. University just has one timeout left to stop the clock. Basically all Waco High needs to do is make sure that they get this football and then run out the clock to hold on to the win. But a great night for University tonight. No matter how you look at it, they are showing that they will be a force to be reckoned with in their new 5A district in Division II. Onside kick is going to go straight out of bounds. Waco High does a good job of not touching that football. It'll give Waco High the football. I believe the 45-yard line in Waco.
Free kick, out of bounds. 5 yards from where it went out of bounds. First down.
Waco High faithful looking to run out the last 72 seconds and come away with a season opening victory here in the Hall of Fame game. Again, these two teams in totally different classifications this year. Waco High in 6A and University in 5A. UIL realigned over the summer. Waco High needs to practice ball security here. Jordan Fuller hands it off to Randy Carpenter, and Carpenter falls forward for about a 2-yard gain. Carpenter going to be held a little bit shy of that. Well, he does get the 100 yards tonight. That was his 20th carry for 102 yards for Randy Carpenter. And University calls their last timeout. This is a chance to give you some of the statistics on this contest. Waco High with 41 rushing plays for 117 yards. 7 of 12 passing for 148 yards, so that's 265 yards on 53 offensive snaps for Waco High up to this point. University's offense, 98 yards rushing on 38 rushes, 10 of 18 passes for 140 yards, so 56 total offensive snaps for University and 238 yards. I believe Rodney Smith will take that. He'd prefer to have the touchdown, the win, but right now it looks like his team's going to fall a touchdown shy. 2nd down and 8 at the Waco 47. Randy Carpenter has the 1st down and more. He's going to the house. Randy Carpenter is going to put it icing on the cake. Scoring from 53 yards away. With 56 seconds left to go in the contest. Well, take that back. There is a flag back at the 25-yard line, so it's going to come back. Maybe a push in the back, probably. But there was no need for that push in the back as Carpenter was running free. Brad Strickland will tell us.
Got personal foul. 52 of the offense. Hit a player behind the play. 15 yards from the spot of the foul. The touchdown does not count.
All right, so Carpenter will get credit to the 25-yard line, so that's about a 28-yard run for Carpenter. But then the 15-yard penalty for the personal foul. So we'll take it back to the, well, they're marking it at the 36. It'll be a 1st down and 10 at the Waco 36-yard line with 56 seconds to go. University has no timeout. They cannot stop the clock. Looking into the offensive line for Waco High is Vermont Newton, a junior, number 52. Waco High spelling victory. Jordan Fuller looking to the sideline, has the play. Has Johnson in the backfield with him. Low snap, but Fuller holds on to it, looking to pass, going long, and it's a little long, intended on the near sideline for Jaquan Wells, but Wells can't come up with it. Not sure I understand that play call. That stops the clock with 49 seconds to go. Now someone has thrown a plastic football out on the field. Here comes another one. They're both down on about the 40-yard line, the Waco end of the field. Now we got training staff and players going out and retrieving those footballs. Plastic souvenir footballs. Some knucklehead decided to toss on the field. Now we're ready to go. Jordan Fuller just trying to get 49 seconds off the clock. Johnson has the football. Johnson knocked down at the 33. Pick up a 3 on the play for Johnson. They'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 at the University 33. Play clock is off. The game clock rolling. Waco High does not have to call another play. I don't believe they're going to run one. That is going to be our final score. Waco High rolls off a 29-22 win over the University Trojans, but a very game effort on the part of the University Trojans tonight as they grab the early lead, taking advantage of a Waco High turnover on the first possession of the game. University only had to go 33 yards and scored on a 2-yard TD run by Jeremiah Stroop and took the early lead at 7-0. There was 7:34 left to go in the first quarter, but Waco High then answered right back, getting a 3-yard touchdown run by Randy Carpenter, a Skatus point after good to make it 7-7. That was with 4:29 left in the first quarter. It stayed that way until the second quarter when Waco High scored on an 8-yard TD run by Jordan Fuller. 2-point conversion was good on a busted play that Fuller hit Oliver Jones for the 2-point conversion for a 15-7 Waco High lead with 9:10 left to go in the second quarter. But University answered right back. 4-play, 64-yard drive, capped on a trick play where Archibald hit Sandoff with the 50-yard touchdown pass. Archibald scored the 2-point conversion to tie it all up at 15 apiece. But Waco High will score one more time before halftime to make it 22-15 in favor of the Lions at halftime. And it stayed that way until the fourth quarter when Jordan Fuller was able to score on a 3-yard run with, the next touchdown. If I can find it here. Yeah, it came on the Fuller 3-yard TD run after an 8-play, 38-yard drive to make it 29-15. Waco High thought they had it iced at that time, but University, in a final last gasp, able to get on the scoreboard on a 42-yard pass from Archibald to Cooper to make the final score 29-22. Again, University with 238 yards of total offense tonight to 296 for Waco High. Randy Carpenter, the leading rusher for Waco High, with 130 yards on 21 carries. University has a 100-yard rusher tonight in Jeremiah Stroke with 143 yards on 25 carries. So Stroop, the leading rusher in the game. Waco High comes away with the victory. Now Waco High down on the field waiting to accept the trophy as the winner of the Hall of Fame game. Also get the announcement of our offensive and defensive players of the game. Just waiting for those announcements coming from our stadium announcer, George Snookhouse. I think George is just waiting for the high sign from the field that they're ready to do the presentation. Derrick Johnson down on the field with Kwame Cavill. Ready to hand over that trophy. There you see Coach Cavill with Derrick Johnson. I think they're waiting for the University band to complete the University School song across the way before they start the presentation. Kwame Cavill in his very first game as a head coach comes away with a championship, with a victory. Here's George
We have the MVP players for tonight's game. We have number 19, Jordan Fuller, Waco High, the MVP offensive player. The defensive player is number 84, Quavion Mitchell of University.
So one from Waco High and one from University, and Quavion Mitchell being asked to come over and receive the defensive player of the game
We'd like
trophy.
to congratulate both of these young men.
So congratulations to Quavion Mitchell from University and Jordan Fuller from Waco High, our offensive and defensive players of the game.
And now, we would like to present the winning team, the Waco High Lions. Mr. Ed Love is going to present the Sledgehammer Trophy at this time to Mr. Kwame Cavill.
There's the Sledgehammer, symbol of the championship of this inter-city rivalry between Waco High and University. Again, the Lions come away with a 29-22 victory. Congratulations to Kwame Cavill.
And the last trophy, with Derrick Johnson presenting the trophy to the Waco High Lions for tonight's 29-22 victory over the University Trojans.
So the Lions go to 1-0. The University Trojans 0-1 on this 2018 season. Stay tuned when we come back. We will have our post-game interviews right here on Waco ISD TV.
Here with a couple of more Hall of Fame inductees, Ted Long and Darryl Bockham. Let's talk to the tall guy first. This university basketball guy here, Darryl Bockham. Darryl, tell me a little bit about your time at university playing basketball.
My time was great. You know, I had great coaches and I had great parent support, and it was just an awesome adventure, and it was just a wonderful time playing for University High School and leaving our mark on with that school.
Well, you kind of built a fan base here because you stayed here. You played at MCC, you played at Baylor.
And that was the intentions. You know, you always want to try to leave your mark, and you always want to try to do great with MCC and also with Baylor. And I had a great time. I had a great coach at MCC with Coach DeWeese, and I had a great coach at Baylor with up under Jim Howler.
Wasn't a lot of pressure there having to follow in behind Vinnie Johnson, was there?
It was a lot of pressure. It was a lot of wars, too, on the Baylor campus in the gym, playing those games at McLean and Russell Gym. It was a lot of pressure.
What have you been doing since your basketball days?
I now work, I work in the juvenile facility, and I also officiate high school basketball, which keeps me in shape. I love running up and down that court and watching the big, awesome plays happen.
Well, congratulations on being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
Now let's talk to Ted Long, a former quarterback at Waco High. Ted, you took your Waco High talents up to Sooner country.
Yes, I did. I was fortunate enough to do well enough to have those guys be interested in me, and I had a fantastic time. I learned a lot when I was at the University of Oklahoma.
But Barry Switzer didn't want you as a quarterback. He had you as a wide receiver.
Actually, he did have me as a quarterback, but when we got up there and I saw how many quarterbacks there were, I was worried about getting on the field. So I immediately decided to look for other place to get on the field immediately. So
well, that worked out for you.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Beyond Oklahoma, where'd you go from there?
From there, I got drafted by the Miami Dolphins, played there for a year. And after that, I went to Canada. I was there for about 5 years, and then I came home. I got drafted. I got picked up by Atlanta Falcons, but the head coach, the system changed, and so they didn't need my body style anymore. So that was kind of a journeyman through the league.
Well, being inducted into this Hall of Fame, what does it mean to you?
It means a lot. It means a lot. I was fortunate to be a part of something very special when they consolidated the schools, and being the quarterback of that first football program. I know a lot hung on that. So I was fortunate enough to be in that position, and I thank Coach Tusa for giving me that opportunity.
Well, congratulations and best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Now let's get back to the game.
All right, back at Waco High Stadium, where Waco High has defeated University in the crosstown rivalry. Our defensive player of the game is from University of Quavion Mitchell. Our offensive player is Jordan Fuller from Waco High. First, we're going to visit with Quavion Mitchell. I know there's no such thing as a moral victory, but you guys played pretty well tonight.
Yes, sir. I believe that because we put our heart, blood, sweat, and tears into this, and to get better from last year, and I think we did.
Talk a little bit about this team, and what's been the difference in this team than last year's team?
What's been the difference is that we're more focused and coming together as one instead of all that foolishness. No, we all focused. The coaches are great. Just nothing more I can say. We just all coming as one, listening to the coaches, doing what they ask, and we showing it.
How was your feeling? What was the feeling at halftime? You guys go in a really close football game.
Well, just keep the motor going. That's what the coaches say. Keep the motor going. That's all we did.
You like hitting people, don't you?
Yeah.
No, you played very well defense tonight, and we want to wish you and the Trojans best of luck. And next week you got Austin Travis coming to town, so try to get a win.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Let's turn now to Jordan Fuller, quarterback, had a couple of touchdowns tonight for Waco High. And talk a little bit about this Waco High football team, Jordan.
It's my first year back. Played my freshman year, came back. What Coach Cavill's doing is like great. He's changing this whole program. It's actually exciting to be a Waco High Lion now. I'm actually so pumped to actually be that, and I'm actually enjoying what I'm doing. And then he's getting us on the road, like he always says. Why settle for good when great is available? And we're trying to go great. We're trying to win as many games as we can this year.
Offensively, you guys pretty much stuck to the basics tonight, and of course, Coach Cavill hadn't been there long enough to add this kind of stuff he wants to add. But you guys did a good job. You got a good stable of running backs and some good receivers.
Yes, sir. We ran basic offense. We have a couple of tricks up our sleeves we can run, but right now the run game was working. Little slants hitches there, and everything was going our way today. Little bumpy at the start of the game, but we bounced back and was able to come back.
I'd had a fourth and 1 down on about the 2-yard line. I thought you might go for a field goal to seal the deal, but you decided to go for it. You were hit at the 1-yard line, which I think you'd have made the first down anyway, but you kind of spun in and made the touchdown. What did that feel like?
Man, it's great. I feel great actually breaking the plane and getting in the end zone. It feels good to score. Everybody loves to score. It felt real good.
When did you know you were going to be the starter at quarterback?
I didn't find out until this game today. When we came out here, I had one person in front of me, and he told me I'm going first. And so, I was like, I got to give it all I got. I didn't know I was if I was going to start or not. But I still was going to be able to give it all I got. And when I got the start, I had to show what I had.
Congratulations to you, and good luck next week down in Georgetown.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Let's see if we can beat Coach Cavill in here. I hope that sledgehammer not for me. I didn't do nothing. Kwame, you know what? You can't win them all if you don't win the first one, can you?
No, man, it's got to start somewhere, man. And tell you what, I'm extremely proud of our guys and our effort and the things that we did today. Just a testament to these guys' belief and the buy-in of what I've been preaching and what I've been selling to them, and they're buying in. Let me tell you something. Hats goes off to Rodney, man. That's a really good friend of mine, and they played their butts off, man, and they fought hard. They came out with a lot of emotion. I knew they would, And I told him, hey, man, I'm coming to pick a fight. And I knew this kid was going to respond, but that's what we did. We wanted to put on a good show for everybody, and whoever came out on top was going to come out on top. But I'm extremely proud of him. He told me the same, and we represent Waco, and that's what we do. With both squads, University and Waco, it's a Waco ISD thing, and that's what we're going to do. But in the meantime, I'm happy to get the victory. You got one.
What about the crowd tonight? Wasn't it? It was a good crowd.
Yeah, man. The freshman JV games were crowded, and it was alive and electric. Electricity, the University of Waco High, anytime Waco teams get together and compete, you're going to get a crowd like this, and you're going to get the electricity that we got tonight. And I'm just happy that we came out on top. But hey, man, I love Waco. I love the community, and this is what we do, man. We come out and we support our guys.
I was watching you on the sideline tonight before the game. Yeah. You look calm outside. Were you calm inside?
No.
Do you believe in the old adage that you make your most improvement between the first and second game?
Hey, let me tell you something. The biggest room in a house is the room for improvement. I'm just telling you. Yeah. I don't care how big your house is, there's always room for improvement. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at the game film. We're going to study it. We're going to break it down, and we're going to help our guys get better. And we're going to get better as coaches, and they're going to get better as players, and we're going to see where that takes us.
I said Jordan Fuller, when did you know you were going to start a quarterback? He said right before kickoff.
Ain't no doubt, man. Hey, let me tell you something. We kept that competition all the way to the end, and he did a great job of responding to when his number was called. And I told you that I thought he has all the intangibles. And for a kid that didn't play last year or played sparingly last year, and to come out and do what he's done, just a great testament and the buy-in that he has. And we'll see. It's the first win. We're not going to start tooting our horn just yet. We're going to get better every day, and we'll get him better, and we'll get better too.
Congratulations to you on that first win.
Good
luck down in Georgetown.
Hey, man. 20 years later, man, you're still interviewing me, man. What's going on, man?
I don't know. Hope I'm here 20 from now.
I know.
You bet. Thank you, man. Let's bring over Rocky and wrap it up.
Well, I tell you what, Jordan Fuller did a heck of a job. I've seen him on the basketball court. I've seen him on the baseball field. He's just a good all-around athlete and led this team today.
Yeah, he did. And I think he's the man. There's no question about it for Waco High, unless something crazy happens.
And the University Trojans, what we saw them tonight, you and I are both of absolute confidence they're going to pick up a win this year.
No question. I think they may pick up more than one. That's a much improved football team, and they played the Lions off their feet tonight.
Certainly did. Well, the final score from Waco ISD Stadium tonight is Waco High 29 and University 22. For our entire Waco ISD crew, I'm Lark Smith along with the coach Butch Henry. Good night from Waco ISD Stadium.